He's enjoying his vacation. Not as much, but he's relaxed-ish.
How dare he be relaxed? We're here sweating our asses off. And these cocktails and being relaxed. Oh my god.
User
I
joined your
wonder if he's
channel.
having cocktails, but let's see.
Hey, I got that mod. Yeah.
Which one?
The FPS one. I put it on.
Nice, okay. Turning it off is a bit weird, though.
What do you mean turning it off?
It's custom user 12, apparently. That's the key binding.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you meant just like deactivating it or whatever.
Yes, let's see. I think I set it to, was it F9, F8? No. I don't know what button I set it to now. I must figure it out. Controls. Custom user F9 plus... What? Hold on, that's not right. Delete
User
that.
joined your channel.
F9. 9.
User left your channel.
God, it's
User
the
joined
old
your
checks.
channel.
Can't be having that.
Oh, have you given me the power?
I shall do that now.
Oh, okay.
Kablam!
Thank you.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User left your channel.
Oh,
User joined your channel.
Oh fuck, right.
Different map today.
I thought we were at Altus, but that'll be a
Yeah,
fraud,
so-
yeah.
User joined your channel.
Uh-oh.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Oh, I've gathered you all here today to discuss Mr. Bond. Don't worry, it's a shit joke.
User left your
Very
channel.
shit joke.
Take that back.
It was.
Already check.
Yes.
May do the long range as well.
Yeah, can do.
Jam ready check.
Heard.
Radio check. Okay.
Oh, even Peach heard it. Wow. Oh, we got a T-Flat tower. That's why I heard it. Wow.
Oh yeah, we have Scorpion as well for the fucking actual maps being updated. Nice.
I didn't realise
Oh,
it shows it
hasn't been
in
updated.
person as well, Pelly.
You can. That's why you have F. That's why you have the key binding turned off.
I thought it just showed it in Z. Oh, that's kind of weird, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Master of Ceremonies, McFly, what we doing?
Well, today the training plan is practice on 5 lines again, which shouldn't take us too long, hopefully. But it will be with the Chinook, big boy. And then we will transition to logistics,
User joined your channel.
which is why I've got the man truck over there to show us how it's done, kind of. So yeah, apparently I've got to cordon off some shit because sections will be grasping for land.
What have they done?
I don't know. Well, Spittle was just like, "Oh, mark off your area you're going to be operating in." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Half the map.
Yeah, I could fuck with them really hard to be fair. I feel, it's a bit like fucking the land grab for Africa, the colonies are fucking. We gotta grab as much shit as we can before the other people get here.
Done.
Huh?
There we go.
Where's my...
There's the land grab.
What
Land
grab?
grab. What land grab?
You not see it?
No.
Fuck. Fucking. Oh.
Is this like that time you saw it was raining in Afghanistan
No,
or
it's
Syria?
just I was in like personal or whatever the fuck it was.
Anyways,
Can't get me alive up. God damn it.
so yeah, move.
There you go.
Jeez, well,
Like-
Foxtrot 5-2's literally already got a bit in there. You can't just do that.
Yeah, they
Huh?
they
Just
beat us to it.
Foxtrot 5-2?
User joined your channel.
South.
Yeah, they've beaten us to it.
I don't see their mark at all.
Oh.
Water
Yeah.
go.
Okay, I'll just do this.
Yeah, I don't see their
Beautiful.
mark at all. So I don't know
What the heck is that, McFly?
I'll do it. I'm sorry.
Wow! That was shit. Right, I'll redo it then.
There we go. Just do that.
That's
That
still
works.
shit.
And then I'll make it nice and bright.
Don't need that much. We're gonna go out of it though, but hey,
I'll make it fucking bright blue. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't see fucked up by two fucking line grub.
Sweet. There we go. We've got our domain.
User joined your channel.
Shit.
Let me get my little notes up too.
yeah, we have to go into circuits as well. But
Yeah, shit. We could do circuits, to be fair.
yeah,
I thought I was doing with fixed wing and brain and block.
Actually-
we'll see how things go.
let's.
Let me start this stream.
You can start
Oh, what?
stream. I'll begin on the intro to circuits and just go over that very quickly.
Roger, Roger.
Okay. So, Jammer.
Yes, sorry, I'm just writing something down quickly.
My God, how dare you note take? This is disastrous.
Maybe
Sorry, go on.
Alright. Circuits and airfield markings. How familiar are you with these?
User left your channel.
Circuits, from what I remember what you said last week, was kind of where usually we don't do them because there's not enough pilots where the landing, like kind of like the airfield is kind of congested, but it's where we fly in a formation, I
User
think,
joined your
where
channel.
things are taking off and landing so that we can kind of give them like a queue per se. That's correct. I'm not
User
quite sure.
joined
I
your
think
channel.
that's
You're on the right lines. There's a bit of information which has to be a little bit corrected there. So basically, yes, on the not enough pilots, we don't usually do them. It's more to be done when there is enough pilots so everyone knows where everyone is and there's a standard radio format to be followed while you're on the airfield.
okay.
So, for starters, for starters, main things to be done is when especially there is fixed-wing aircraft going about, is to mark the active runways. That is probably the most important out of all of the lot. So we know which way we're landing and which way we're taking off of. So, for example, in this case, let's just... Obviously, if we had the weather mod put in, I would actually take wind into account, but for simplicity, we just probably want to take off going southwards because that's where most of the map is, in that rough direction.
hmm
So, meaning what we're going to do is we're then going to, unfortunately, have to measure this part. Do we have map tools in our stuff?
I've got that mod.
User
What
joined
we
your
measure?
channel.
Runway bearing for me, heading southeast.
Oh, southeast here. Wait, you want the
And then
bearing, not the
northeast.
measure. Yeah.
Yeah, just the bearing.
The bearing is 148
Alright.
or
So,
149.
alright. So, with that done, what we're going to do is, because we cannot have 3-digit runway numbers, we simply take the closest, what is it,
User joined your channel.
10-digit number, the closest 10-digit number. So in this case, it will be runway 15, which will be marked in green for as an active,
User joined
and then
your
the
channel.
reciprocal 150 plus
User left your
180.
channel.
What's that?
Oh, big brain
330,
stuff.
I think 330. So let's just say runway 33 will be the opposite end closed. So we'll put that as marked in red,
Okay.
meaning runway 15 active, we can take.
I'm doing a return. I did a by accident. I'm sorting
User
it. I'm
joined your
sorting it.
channel.
I'm sorting
Okay.
it.
Anyways, runway 15 would be the active, and the runway 33 marked in red will be the non-active runway, which means landing will be done in this direction, and takeoffs will also be done in the same direction.
Okay.
Now, if we have parallel runways and other different configurations, that's something we will deal with later. But essentially, with parallel runways, if necessary, we could have one runway for landing in this direction if it's seen as fit to be done. Obviously, we wouldn't do that because of the risk of aircraft colliding with each other in the opposite directions in real life. But for ARMA and speeding up purposes, there's a few exceptions that could be made here and there.
Okay.
So then, after that, what else do we do? We also need taxiways because sometimes you have aircraft landing, sometimes you have aircraft taking off, and helicopters and so forth. So we basically need to have a little bit of a system of how to taxi around the airfield instead of just going straight from one point to the other. Otherwise, why not have aircraft going across the grass? But again, this is ARMA. Things can blow up, so better just take the safe route and be a bit more precise. So, for example, with this airfield, we would name this entire strip of taxiway as Taxiway Alpha. So for that will be marked in yellow as on always. So the entire thing will be marked as Alpha. Now how to separate the different areas that we have here? We can have this bit going from the takeoff position. We can have this as holding point Alpha 1. Then we go Alpha 2. Why is it being weird? Alpha 3. And then keep going as well. And Alpha 5. So basically, for example, you're about to go and take off, you decided, you know what, I'm not going to go the whole way, I'm going to take off from this position, but there's an aircraft coming to land. So you would simply say, in this case, I don't know why it has such a horrible name, Virochki Air Base. Let's just say Viro Air Base, just for short in this case.
User joined your
Viro
channel.
traffic, Pegasus 1-1 departing via Alpha 2. So any aircraft knowing that they're coming into land, they'll know that either an aircraft about to land, and say if you're an Alpha 2 or you've departed from Alpha 3, that also gives them an idea of how much space they'll have before they have to go missed, because you're not going to be at the very start of the runway. And it just helps let everyone know where you are at the airbase.
Yeah.
And then, for example, the parking spot, we would probably call this Taxiway Bravo. So you go Bravo into the ramp.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just simply covers that. Now, do we have the alive function to draw the circles, McFly? Oh, wait.
I couldn't get it up, but somehow
I couldn't get it up.
Is it 1000 by 1000?
Well, I know the
Yes.
standard AO is 2x2, but maybe the airspace one is 1x1. I don't know. Can't remember. But FSG got it working somehow, so the big brain.
There we go. It's a bit too close. I'll extend just a bit more.
User joined your channel.
Why is that big weird now?
User
Maybe
joined your
something
channel.
can do it. No, so
What did you do?
User joined your channel.
I don't remember how to actually do that.
Okay, anyways.
User left your channel.
So yeah. So actually, I'll have Jama do this one, and I'll just basically go along for explanations. So Jama, to create these circles, or essentially AOs, but for us we use them as the airbase limitations, and we'll do 2x2 because this depends on this runway. So you just basically move your cursor to the center of the airfield, about on the center of the runway.
Yes.
Once you've done that, you press left control, alt, and left mouse button.
Yeah.
It's-
Advanced marker. Got that.
All right. Your favorite thing to remember here is ellipses. Ellipse.
Ellipse.
You never wanted to. You always want to make sure, even if it's highlighted as ellipse, you just want to click it one more time just for good confirmation, just to make sure it's highlighted, because ARMA can be
Yes.
finicky like that. Then you're just going to add 2 extra zeros to make it 2000 by 2000.
On the
On the-
axis A.
Yep.
User joined your channel.
Once you have done that, we don't want it to be fill as a solid. We want it to be as a border. So you go on the drop down, find border,
Yep, got that.
And then color is always red. Once you have done that, click OK for me. Okay, that's also quite large. Maybe let's just go 1,500 instead. But
And how do
anyways,
I delete that?
so
User
deleting
joined
it
your
is
channel.
basically, again, left control, alt, and right mouse button for deletion. But you should be able to click it and edit it with left mouse button if you remember the exact spot you put it down. So if you remember the exact spot you put it down, you basically
What was the...
left control, alt, left mouse button in the spot that you put down the thing. It will re-bring up the menu. And all you have to do is just change the axis A and B's to 1,500, and that should be that. Perfect. So we have our airspace circle for what we're going to be using for patterns. Now, because
User joined
this
your
is the
channel.
runway we're going to be landing on, we need to have 2 extra markers put down, which is a final and what we also call the long final. So obviously you can come straight into final, but if you're coming in, say, with 2 aircraft or a ship of 4 where you can't land at the same time, you can have 2 aircraft going to final and then the other 2 going to long final, and that should be adequate spacing for the landing information.
Yeah.
Then on the other end, we need to have also another one. Normally we call this wild as our departure point, and then an entry point. Depending on which direction the AO is, we can have an emergency entry point, but most of the time during campaign, this becomes our normal entry point for Chinook or the helicopters anyways, without emergencies. And it is called Gandalf. As you notice, all the waypoints must have only 5 letters at maximum.
Yeah, keep it short.
Not to keep it short, but that's the limitation on every single aircraft in real life. You cannot enter more than 5 letters into the waypoint database.
Oh, okay.
So that becomes the airfield itself. I'll suggest you can take a screenshot if you want, because next time you're going to be marking it, and then Hendrix will be learning from you, and then the following time Hendrix will be marking it. So I'd suggest either you take a screenshot, or if you can remember it the way it is, perfect, good enough. Next time you'll be marking one. Let me know once you've done that.
Wait, I don't actually have to mark it. Aha!
That's the whole point of new pilots. The new pilots always mark them.
Yes.
I turned off the Steam overlay, so I'll print screen it.
I'll send it to you.
Anyways, so yeah.
User left your channel.
So now we just have to talk
User
one more
joined
thing.
your channel.
We don't know how we enter the airspace, how we leave the airspace, and how we taxi around on the ground. But
User left your
what
channel.
about if we just want to do some landing practice? I mean, we're not going to leave the whole airspace just to come back in on the other side and do it again, right?
Mm.
No, you do it while you're still within the airspace. So in the case of on the airspace flying, so I'm going to use different colors to mark this. So when you depart the airfield, let's go with purple for this. You're going to take off, and then you're going to fly outwards.
Yep.
Do you know what this is called?
Nope.
Okay. So we tend to refer to the legs in parallel with the runway as either upwind or downwind. So in this case, you're flying into the wind, so it would be up the wind.
Okay.
So you can either call it the takeoff leg if you want to simplify it, but I prefer to call it the upwind. That's the real term, and it will also help you remember what the opposite direction is going to be,
User joined your channel.
which we'll come to in a second. But once you've gone upwind, you're then gonna, let's use a different color, green. You're then gonna go left across, which is then now called the crosswind leg.
Okay.
And then for just the simplicity of the yellow, you can guess which one this one is. This should be now simple enough, right?
Downwind.
There we go. And then just before we reach the final leg, which is self-explanatory by the marker final, you will turn the base leg.
Base leg, okay.
Yep.
Base.
So upwind, crosswind, which means you're just crossing across the winds, downwind, and then base to final. You can tell it was written by an American because it's had to call it base. Anyways, So with that in mind, let's just say you let's just say we can go both directions. We can both go to the right and we can go to the left. So if you were to go here and be on this part, what would you call this now?
Sorry, can you? I was just writing something down. Can you repeat that question again?
So you can go left and you can go right after upwind. Because upwind is straight, there's no need to say anything else about it. But what if you're going this way? Or say if you decide to go this way, what would you call it if you were on this side doing the pattern like so?
Is it referring to what we were calling these
User
lines
left your
here?
channel.
Yes. Well, what would you
Would it-
call this bit?
But it still be crosswind because it's
Yes,
still.
but how do you separate the two?
Alright.
Yeah. Would you just say like a left crosswind or right crosswind depending on
Exactly.
which?
So depending on which side you are or which direction your aircraft is going to turn to do the pattern is how you say either I'm on the left side of the pattern or I'm on the
Okay.
right side of the pattern. Now this is important for two reasons. One, if you are basically in the pattern and another aircraft has not been made aware, like he was on a different frequency listening to something else and then he decides to finally turn on back onto 95.8 because there was too much stuff happening on another frequency.
Mhm.
He then comes back on, you're in the pattern, just doing your standard stuff. He's not going to know where you are, or he's not even aware that there's anyone in the pattern. So when you make a turn, say you're now going onto this downwind leg, you'd say Pegasus 11 on a left downwind for runway 15. Meaning, I'm on the left downwind, so he knows you're on this side of the runway rather than this side.
Okay, so
It's basically announcements.
obviously because you're on the right of the airfield here, but because of the way.
You're turning.
It'd be left.
Oh, so we're going off we're turning. Not, sorry, I wasn't sure because obviously that is a left turn
it's-
anyways,
yeah,
but we're on
it's
the
in
right
relation-
of the airfield.
It's
right,
always in
yeah.
relation to where your aircraft is going.
User
Yeah,
joined your
uh-huh.
channel.
That's what I was going to ask. Is like, is it in relation to which way I've went or
Yep.
to the actual airfield?
Pelly?
Yes?
Message from Top Dog. You smell.
What?
You just got owned.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay. Thanks
It
for
was
calling.
Lewis. Lewis. No, it was Lewis. He's
Lewis,
Top
wait,
Dog.
why?
I don't know. He just told me to tell you you smell. So
You know he loves you.
yeah.
Thanks, Lewis. Alright,
Carry on.
anyways. So yeah, pretty much depending on if
User left
on which
your
way you go.
channel.
Obviously this won't be marked and basically you just have to kind of fly this as you're
User
going along
joined
just to
your
let people
channel.
know where you are. Now here's the thing. Whether it's left traffic or right traffic pattern, so whether you're turning left with the aircraft or you're turning right, is basically down to where the terminal is. Because why risk flying over the terminal, and if you crash, you're basically going to risk crashing on the side where everything is parked at. So you do the pattern away from it. Just so basically, if it's an unannounced or we haven't like pre-planned anything, first aircraft have to go out and then they're going to come in. They're going to do the pattern as they're coming in. Especially the C-130s and fixed wing, this becomes more important than helicopters. Then it becomes important to know keep away from the side where the airframes are essentially located or the terminal is. Who's doing that with the yellow circle?
Yeah, I was don't remember.
Okay. So yeah, pretty much that summarizes it. Any questions about it, or so far good? Because that's pretty much it. Damn it.
Dead Jim.
1 moment. I think my ARMA freaked out. Oh dear. Okay. Alright, so he'll be back in a moment.
User left your
Oh
channel.
shit, he's dead.
He's dead.
Yep.
Where's Mert? Where's
He
Mert?
killed the recruit.
Oh well.
Yeah.
There goes
Killed the
that.
recruit with balls.
Anyways, in the meantime, Peach, while you're here, yeah, forget about this line. Let's just change it a bit. Could you prep an AO where there'll be sling loading stuff
Oh
and
yes.
5 lines? Because we're gonna do basically just one quick fly of the pattern. Basically, just have him take off once, go through the pattern exit procedure, or basically just go through wild and then continue on course.
Okay.
And then from there, you'll get a 5-line, do a normal 5-line with a Chinook. Maybe you want to try a Pinnacle. I don't know.
What the fuck are you doing, Carl?
I want to go to Pinnacle.
Stretching the calf.
Do you want it? Do you want it within
Absolutely.
this area?
I was stretching the calves.
That is up to you. That is what we marked as the flight area. Please stay out of. But technically, if there's no infantry here, we could push it up as much as we need it.
Oh, fuck them, they didn't mark it. So
Ooh.
first come, first serve.
Me push up.
Peach is adjusting the flight limits.
Boom. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
There we go.
There you go. That's
Arbitrary borders
Jesus
enforced
Christ.
with supreme confidence. I was just reading all of the news about fucking Kabul. Like,
yeah. No, wait,
what
we're
a shit
back in.
show.
We're gonna go back in and we're gonna.
Nah, we're fucking not.
It might.
No.
Politics, love it.
We're already still it. We're
If
already
they
back
if
in
they go
there.
back into fucking Afghanistan, they've already lost the next election.
The thing is, we're already back in Afghanistan because the Paras have already fucked off into Afghanistan to get fucking British citizens out.
Well, at least they're doing something for the poor fuckers. I don't know why they were there in the first place.
Yeah, that's the point.
So maybe
It
we
looks
should have just
fucking
gone. Maybe we
pretty
should have just gone with a bit of fucking Darwinism. Like I was reading an article about some fucking graduate who decided to go take a fucking holiday in Kabul to do something different,
The thing is,
and now
the
he's
thing
held
is-
up in a fucking UN safe house, worried about getting his
Yes.
head chopped off.
But the thing is that one thing is, well, throughout history, the British have never learned from their colonizations. Every time you leave the place, it goes bad.
To be fair,
Yeah,
it
but this one's
wasn't
on America,
it wasn't us this time. It was the Americans. They
Yeah.
learned well.
Yes,
We left like 7 years ago or some shit.
yes, but like for example, all of the British Empire, like most of the countries in Africa, for example, I mean, how many civil wars have happened there since?
User left your
Look,
channel.
like nation building is hard. It's expensive, and nobody gives a fuck about it. So it's much easier just to pull the rug out and go, "It's your problem now. You wanted it anyway."
Ooh, yeah,
And
true
then, you know, if they decide to fight each other for the next 50 years, then that's their problem.
that. I feel like
Yes.
Peach is some sort of like PR person for the UK government.
Yeah, not for very long.
It's pretty much just drop a nuke on it. It'll fucking sort itself out.
Well, it's kind of up to them. Like they screech and moan about wanting independence to govern their own affairs, and then whenever they finally get it, they decide to kill each other. So whatever.
That's the
Hot
problem.
take.
I think Peach is just a bit of a closet racist at this point.
No,
Yeah, it's perfectly reasonable.
it's not based on their skin color. It's not racism.
Yeah, isn't like Afghanistan mostly white?
They're like a mix, I think.
It's mostly white.
Pretty sure it's mostly black, to be fair.
But they're not like
User joined your
Afghanistan.
channel.
sub-Saharan.
Yes, I understand.
Are you sure about that?
99.99% of it, yeah.
User
All right,
joined your
let's
channel.
let's go do the quick
Let's look
Google
at the
images search.
demographic.
Oh god,
I'm back. Sorry about that. I didn't know what happened.
you died.
You died
Yeah, I
of
disconnected
boredom.
my keyboard quickly to just clean it because I was having a weird problem with my D key, and then all of a sudden the game just died on me.
Like when it's like when Pelly got shot in.
Fell for one of the classic blunders.
Yeah, it's not gotta.
Can somebody Zeus me up so I can have a look at these HLSs?
Wait,
Or I
then
put
you
them
don't have Zeus.
I don't have Zeus for
Oof.
some
Okay.
whatever reason.
I'll
I get
treat you,
Zeus.
baby.
I get Zeus, Daddy McFly.
God, why do you want Zeus, Carter?
For what?
Take me a
Like-
reason and see if I'm
I can have a
persuaded.
look at the age.
Tell me why.
No, because you're also doing some of the training.
What?
You're landing there as well. Why not?
No.
Yes.
You told me we were doing fast jet stuff. You go zoom zoom
Ain't
bang
nothing
bang.
but a mess.
Yes, but I have a headache right now, so I'm not doing the fast jets unless McFly wants to take that. Anyways, Jam, are you
You
still
land there?
here?
I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
if
here
you can
now.
land there,
Okay.
but we'll put an HLS there
So,
anyway.
do you still have all the markers on the airfield still?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Alright, perfect. Okay. So, just to cover everything that we've just done, I'm just gonna give you a few quick questions, and let's just see how much information you've retained and how much we can just work with as we go along.
Quick fire round.
Alright, so to start off, if we are an aircraft and we're to the west of us currently, right over here,
Mhm.
I want you with your cursor draw me a line. Just basically follow how you're going to fly towards the airfield, and some of the radio calls you're going to make as you go through different points.
Nobody went through the radio calls for approaching, I don't think. However, I would say you would approach, depending on how many aircraft there are, you might approach the final or long final, depending.
So yeah,
How much of a
let's keep it simple, and let's just say it's just you. You're the only aircraft, and you're just
Okay.
flying into the pan.
So I would probably be going to a final, depending on how fast I'm going. Obviously, might need a bit of a turn. But you would be radioing the Vero airbase. Obviously, just want to make sure traffic that you will be coming in from final towards 150. Is it 150? Well, 15. And then, depending on wherever you have gone, you would then proceed to Vero traffic, whatever your call sign is. If you're here, Alpha 4, and then onto Alpha, and then to Bravo.
All right, pretty good so far. So the only thing pretty much is to cover is
User
just
joined your
you
channel.
just say once you're here, and you're about to, when you're not exactly at long final or final yet, you'd basically radio just before it saying Pegasus 11 turning final runway 15
Okay.
Vero, and or Vero traffic Pegasus 11 turning final runway 15, and then basically you pass your final, you'll get over the runway. In the helicopter, what we're going to do is we'll come to just a small hover just above the touchdown zones of the runway, and then because Ancona likes this specific part of phraseology, you just say Pegasus 11 touchdown runway 15, and then vacating Alpha 2 Bravo to ramp.
Okay.
So yeah. Now, what about if we decide to take off and we wanted to now leave the airspace and go, somewhere to do something at who knows where? So how would you're at the ramp right now, and talk
Yep.
me through how you're going to depart. You're the Chinook.
So first of all, you would be your air traffic, Pegasus 11. I'm not sure, entering, I guess, onto Alpha Taxiway. Entering.
The phrase would be hover taxi.
Hover taxi Alpha. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm a bit lost. And then obviously, depending on which one you've chosen, most likely Alpha 2 because this is the nearest one, if it's not already taken. So your traffic departing from Alpha 2. Pegasus 11 departing from Alpha 2. Once
runway?
we're up in...
Which way are we going?
Pardon?
Which way are we going? Which runway?
What the fuck is Mr.
From runway 15, so...
Runway numbers are usually set individually, so it would be runway 33015 as an example. Or for example, if it was a runway heading northeast, it would be runway 04 or 05. So you say the individual numbers.
Okay, so, right, yeah. So I'll be departing from runway 15.
Yep. And then once you depart, you've taken off, you're flying. Now you reach this point. What are you going to do? So you're about here. What's the next point of action?
So we're going upwind.
Mm-hmm.
So do I radio to Vero traffic saying that I'm taking upwind to Wild? I'm not sure what this call would be when you were leaving Vero traffic.
So yeah, okay, yeah, at least you get the idea. But basically, as you say, Pegasus 11 on the upwind, departing Vero via Wild.
Okay, let me write that down.
Or you can just say Pegasus 11 departing via Wild. You don't have to really say the upwind part because you already said departing, so that kind of counts as the whole takeoff / upwind bit. So again, you can say the whole procedure if you want, which would be the more correct one phraseology wise, but I mean, when you can save it, why not save it a bit?
BRB, 2 minutes, gentlemen.
Where are you going?
Yeah, bite to you, mate.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I fucking
but,
got out of bed like an hour ago. Leave me alone.
And can I quick question?
sure.
These so Wild and Gandalf, what are these actually called? What's the names of them?
Waypoints.
Waypoints. Okay. Just because I'm writing it down, just as a general, so like call sign turning final, airbase traffic call sign departing waypoint, just so that I know what I'm. Because obviously,
Yep.
I'd
And
rather
also,
learn.
these also waypoints as well, even the final and long final.
Okay.
But okay,
There we go.
so yeah, so we now know how to enter the airfield. We know how to depart the airfield. But what about if you want to just do like some landing practice, which we're gonna do a bit of just before we go and do the 5-line practice with Peach. So let's say you've departed runway 15, you've done the whole taxi thing spiel,
Mhm.
and now you're departing. Sorry, you're at Alpha 2 before you enter the runway. What you'd say instead here, instead of saying departing runway 15, you'd say Pegasus 11 departing runway 15 for traffic pattern. So which means you're just gonna stay within the pattern and just keep going. So you'll take off, you'll get up to this point, you'll turn. Again, you
User
can
joined your
skip
channel.
saying crosswind, unless there's another aircraft that's coming into land that you can just say to them like, okay, Pegasus 11 is on the left crosswind, and then basically at somewhere in the middle of downwind you could say I'm on downwind, then he could say I'm turning base, and then I'm turning final, and then landing for runway 15.
Right.
So yeah,
So
just
User left your channel.
we're departing 15 for traffic pattern. We are on the upwind, turning onto a left crosswind. Around here, we are on the downwind, turning base. Base. So yeah, base to final here, and then we're turning on final.
Yep. So pretty much all you have to say is like essentially the phraseology would just be Vero traffic Pegasus 11 doing something, which is either base or on downwind or on crosswind or final for runway. Blah blah.
And obviously, if I've already said, say I'm on the left crosswind, I don't need to specify yet again that I'm on the left downwind.
No, not really.
Okay.
That's only like at that point it becomes more important to specify if you're on it specifically. It becomes important to specify if another aircraft has asked which side you're on, or if we have 10 pilots, which is again, yeah, that's a headache and a half just to manage. So there'll be more important procedures afterwards. But anyways, so that's that. What we're gonna do, McFly is back. We're just gonna go in a helicopter. We're gonna go and do one pattern where you can try and fly this with the lines, and then we're gonna do one pattern without the lines, and then we're gonna depart and head over for Peach, where he'll take over, and you can do 5 lines as you did last time. So yes, Peach.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much we're just gonna do 2 patterns. So he's gonna take off once, hover taxi, take off once, do a round, do one more round, then depart, and then we can go and do the 5 lines, and then we'll do the next bit.
We like pinnacle landings, right? You're
We'll do
okay with
another
pinnacle
pretty
landings?
User joined your channel.
I'm ready to check
We'll
short
try
range.
one,
Oh, okay.
User left your
maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes in the first few. Save that one for more of the end.
Oh, okay.
Or the second to last.
You said pinnacle landings, so there's 2 of them there, but that's fine. I'll get rid of one of them.
Okay. Actually, let's McFly. How do you want to do this? Is Carter here?
I don't know.
Carter here.
Yes.
Okay, so we can either have Carter also doing some flying, or if he doesn't want to fly, then we'll just do it with Jammer, and then that makes things simpler. But do you want to fly, Carter?
I don't want a fast jet fly.
If you're up for it, I'm not up for fast jets today.
Yeah, I guess.
Speed.
I guess. Fuck
I'll
it.
spawn down a Hawk for you.
Do we have a
Then.
document on it? I can't remember what we got to fucking do. Have I
So-
got to
I'm
teach
gonna
you
do
the famous
my-
quote?
So landings,
Mhm.
pretty much he's gonna be also in the pan technically with the fast jet. You just basically have to take controls in case of anything, just to make sure it doesn't crash. And if it doesn't look like a decent pattern, you basically take controls, show one attempt of how you do it, and then afterwards let him try. And once he can mimic it to a satisfactory manner of your nature, then you switch on to the lightning, where I'll tell you what to do next.
Okay.
At least that's what Ancona wants to be done so far.
Roger, Roger. I'll get it
So
done, Captain.
I'll spawn the thing for you because apparently it's not in Zeus for some reason.
What, you mean the Hawk?
Yeah.
Roger, I'll get the...
I'm
Fine.
gonna just do radio checks just because I disconnected.
Red check. Yeah, good. Yeah.
The RAF Hawk. Previous. That's what arrows. Local execute. There we go.
Good.
You are a mistake.
Whoa! Uh,
User left your channel.
There we go. Okay. I put the training missiles on. And I'll leave the fuel tanks on as well.
I can strap a little bit of explosives to the bottom if you want, so that whenever he lands, he can explode, and then we can blame him.
No.
No?
No.
Too
Oh.
big brained.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I hope these don't go off, but yeah, drop tanks should work. Give them a bit of extra fuel to play with, and then they can do the pre-flight, remove the tags when necessary. So yeah. Otherwise, in the meantime, you want to come with me for the patterns, and then afterwards we'll do that. That's necessary.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. So yeah, just basically just have to do the checklist item, which is on a scroll wheel, and then that should take the covers off.
Okay, yeah.
There's 2 fuel tanks which can be dropped, I believe, and then you've got the training AIM-9s, which are basically inert. I don't even think they launch, but they're there for weight purposes.
Wait, okay, okay.
So yeah, and just remember to unlock controls and good luck.
Roger.
Alright, so
Carter, completing checklist now. Checklist.
so yeah, Jammer, pick a
Yes.
Chinook.
I'm gonna go with the bear.
Alright. Now,
You just
step
bear with
one
him.
step one with the Chinook before you enter and before anyone else enters, you as
Beep.
the pilot has to do a little pre-flight. So
Is it that chair, the chair thing we
Yes.
talked about? I can't remember exactly how it worked.
So
You'll have to
go in-
walk me through.
so head into the crew chief slot
Blue Chief, yep.
and basically fold the chairs of the scroll wheel,
Ball chairs, folding,
deploy the stretchers,
wide stretchers.
and then just undeploy them, and then you can leave it how
Hawk
you
1
want.
gun on 95.8.
Am I allowed to get in the gun now? Is that something we're allowed to do
I
now?
know.
You
Hawk
are
1
taking it.
0
User
traffic.
joined your channel.
Taxi
No, I mean,
to active runway
Because it was
15.
disabled during
5
campaign,
Bravo.
wasn't it?
Alpha.
It was disabled
Alpha
during
one.
campaign, wasn't it? If you didn't have the right role, you weren't able to get in the
Yeah,
guns.
you should be able to gain all the guns now. Yeah.
Is that fine?
Yep. So now we pretty much get on board. Yeah, you can choose where you want to sit each if you want.
I'll take the minigun, why not?
Big. So yeah, all I need you to do is just unlock the controls and
What is HMD?
User joined your channel.
it's
Nothing.
something for the pilot. Don't, it doesn't do anything for you. All right, perfect.
Oh.
So all I need you to do is basically spool. Pretty much remember as you did your procedures for last time with the Griffin, but now you are Pegasus 1-1.
And it's just pretty much Pegasus 1-1 spooling.
Yep. And then you can start the engine, and it will take a while because it's Chinook.
Yeah. Pegasus 1-1 spooling.
That will be on short range. Peach doesn't
Uh,
have spooling.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you're basically letting the short range is for the airfield. Think of it as that. You're letting everyone in the airfield area know that you're going up. It doesn't have to reach all the way to Peach that you're spooling, but
Oh, okay.
people in the area know that you are. For example, Hawk, that's taxiing. And then pretty much once you dust off and you've left the airfield, now it's time. Hello, Peach, on this frequency. Could you? Then you know that.
Hawk 1 entering active runway 15 from Alpha 1.
Dang it. We only have 4 pilots right now, and it already feels more lively than it has been before.
RPM's getting there.
Yep. Oh yeah, you should be able to use your scroll wheel and use the HMD. At least on this one, I'm sure it works. If it
Yes,
worked on
yeah,
the-
I tested these in an this HMD works, the Griffin still doesn't.
Yeah. just-
Hawk 1 taking off from active runway 15.
There he goes.
I'm gonna have to see if I can turn them down slightly.
On the radio?
Yes, they're a bit loud.
Yep. Just pretty much bring up the radio volume knob at the top and just decrease volume.
It's opened a different
Control P.
back.
Because they were doing it on short range.
Were they on short range there, that one?
Yep. That was
No.
short range.
Increase volume.
Hawk
50.
Hawk
There
1
we go.
from airspace via wild.
There we go, that's much better. Alright, there we go.
So what I need. So once you've done that, aircraft is spooled up right now as it is. What I need you to do is just get us into a hover right here above the pad for starters without auto hover, just so you can get used to it, and then afterwards we can move on to like a bit of a hover taxi exercise before we depart. So, I mean, for you it should be simple since you're using mouse and keyboard.
It is. Honestly, I found it so much easier with just mouse and keyboard.
Alright, so what we're going to do then, since it's mouse and keyboard, usually you want to hover at least 5 meters above the ground, 5 to 10 meters. So just gain a little bit of altitude. Okay, and then what I want you to do is we're going to taxi all the way to Alpha 1. We're going to hover taxi from Alpha 1 via the taxi routes that we discussed.
Yeah.
And
But
then
these
we're-
things are big.
Yep, and then obviously the other thing is you gotta let people know what you're doing at the airfield.
Yeah.
Via traffic, Pegasus 1-1, departing to Alpha 1. Over.
I think I messed that up a little bit.
Yep, it's okay. It's just Pegasus 1-1 hover taxiing to Alpha 1. And,
I was actually top one.
Yep, and you want to try and gauge a taxi kind of over the taxiway rather than.
Yeah. I keep it slow and steady because these things will pick up speed very fast.
Yeah, and then once you're at the Alpha 1, you just basically say Pegasus 1-1 departing 1-5 pattern. That's good enough.
Okay.
Picture good back there.
Yeah. I'm just fucking scrolling through memes on my phone.
Yeah, I mean once we
Oh.
in the pattern, you can do a little bit of a test vert.
Via traffic, Pegasus 1-1, departing from
Well, indeed.
runway 15, pattern over.
Pattern traffic, I meant to say. And then, so I just pretty much just get on the runway and then stop heading up.
Yep, pretty much. Obviously, you don't accelerate too much because otherwise, then you might miss your turn at the other end.
Yeah. Slow down a bit.
User joined your channel.
And for this pattern practice, the only thing I want you to do is just say when you're on the downwind. We don't need to say the whole spiel for any time.
Okay. So upwind, then it's the left crosswind into a downwind.
Yep, and I just want to say left downwind. That's all, and then that satisfies the criteria.
Via traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, turning onto a left downward. Over.
You're on left downwind.
Sorry, I meant crosswind.
No worries.
Bit at the corner a little bit.
Now here's the thing with the lines. These are more of suggestion guides. You don't have to be exactly on them, You know, if you cut the corner, if you overshoot the corner, as long as you are roughly within this area and the pattern looks roughly rectangular, it is good enough.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah? And then now, this is where you can say you get all the downwind. If you want to do good
Zero traffic, Pegasus 1-1,
Hey.
on downwind, over.
guns check.
What did you do? Is the test messenger?
Weapons
Forest.
check. Weapons work. 123, send message over.
Did you make that contraption on HLS Tower over?
123, yes I did, it's a tower, over.
Dear God. This account.
Now, you don't want to get too slow in the pan as well. You gotta play in space. And at this point, now you're turning base, and then you're going to turn final. So basically, I want you to drop altitude as you're approaching the runway as well. You don't want to be gaining any. Good traffic. Texas 1-1 is turning final 1-5. And that's the duties of a co-pilot right there. You
Yeah.
focus on the flying, co-pilot does the thing, but for the sake of training, that was just a demonstration. For the rest of it, I'll need you to do both the downwind and the final announcements. So yeah,
Okay.
once you come to a gentle hover above the runway, at about 10 meters-ish, that counts as a touch down, and then you can basically say Texas 1-1, departing 1-1-5. Now I'm going to lead the markers, so I'm going to need you to do it without them.
Okay.
Bureau traffic, Pegasus 1-1, departing runway 15, over.
I'll wait till you delete them all, unless you've done it already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are everything that we see right now is currently standard.
Okay.
So you just,
Falcon 1 entering Vero traffic airspace for long final.
let's see where are they right now. Roger Hawk Texas will currently depart on a left crosswind momentarily. Will advise.
You want me to say downwind and base to final?
I'm coming in for final now.
Yep. So now at this point you can turn just because there's traffic behind us. We can do a bit of an early crosswind.
Okay.
Hawk 10 in final.
Okay. And then now you turn left again, and then you let them know we're on the downwind, so they have no worries about landing.
Bureau traffic, Pegasus 1-1 on a downwind, over.
Bit turning too much to the left. There we go.
I'm going to try to fly parallel to the runway. Currently we're flying away from it.
Hawk 1, touch and go, touch and go. Going in for a right traffic pattern.
Right traffic.
Start turning about now.
No, the runway's still to our left, so basically you want to be a little bit past the runway,
Ah, okay.
then you turn. Because otherwise then you'll be turning right on top of the runway as you
Ah, yeah, I see.
then you can
Bureau
go
traffic.
straight to final.
Hawk 1, leaving Vero airspace for a while.
Okay.
Bureau traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, turning base to final.
Perfect. Alright, Peach, you'll be up momentarily.
Okay.
So yeah, at this point, after you do the touchdown, just go departing 1-5 and then go straight to wild and then advise Bureau when you are passing wild.
Okay.
So that counts good enough for a touchdown for me. We don't have to go exactly 10. And now say departing and depart.
Okay.
Bureau traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, departing runway 15, over.
just so that because I know you haven't had practice even memorizing the pattern, the phrase you'll be saying is Texas 1-1, departing Bureau via Wild.
Okay. Yeah, wild.
Bureau traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, departing Bureau via Wild, over.
I guess it'll be out because it's ending.
Nope, you don't even need over and out of flights.
Oh, do we not? Okay.
No, there's no need for the overs and outs. Peeps uses it because it's infantry and you must keep it as a standard procedure, but VHF, if you listen to any civilian or military comms, there is never a use of over and out unless it's needed to be clarified with people who don't speak the English tongue.
Okay. I'm just guess I'm still just so used to doing it on the when I was in infantry.
No worries, eventually you'll kind of just ignore it after a while. Or just keep it and then, yeah, either way. At this point, now you can let Widow 2-3 know you have left Bureau and you are available for tasking.
Okay. So it's just Widow, was it Widow 2-3, yeah?
Yep.
Widow 2-3, this is Pegasus 1-1, available for tasking.
Widow 2-3, roger that, Pegasus 1-1, advise, when we're 5-line task, yeah, but...
Yeah, just turn us, for initially for this, turn us on like a heading of 290. So at least we're flying towards the AO, that's the first thing. At least if we have an anticipated AO based on what Peach has done, we start heading towards it, and then once we're ready for receiving the 5-line, we just ask for it, whether we're transitioning there or we're in a hover.
Okay. Alright, I'll just get on the 290. I'll get close enough, that'll be fine.
It's close enough, it doesn't have to be exact. Just get
Yeah.
in the right direction.
Wild. Widow 2-3, this is Pegasus 1-1, available for 5 lines, over.
Widow 2-3, 5-line tasking is as follows. Insert IP Echo, HLS, hard, grid 072166, no mark, egress north, over.
Roger, repeating 5 lines, Widow 2-3, repeating 5 lines as follows. Insert IP Echo, HS hard, 072166, no mark, egress north.
Widow 2-3, read back, okay, ingress when ready, over.
Cool. How is it that I increased the, what's it called, the little, when you press H, that the kind of like the top-down view of the map?
To zoom in, I believe is Control Shift and up, and to zoom out is Control Shift page down. So Control Shift page up and Control Shift page down.
Oh god of my... There we go, thank you very much.
I didn't even know that keybinder was in the game.
Really?
Yeah, it lets you move up and down so I can see out this gunner window better.
Widow 2-3, this is Pegasus 1-1, entering AO through IP Echo.
Alright, now we're a bit high. So
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down.
There we go.
And there's no mark, so...
Yep, use your intuition based on the map you've got, GPS, and then from there you can decipher a decent landing spot for the Chinook.
Oh, I've zoomed out my GPS, have I? No, I haven't.
The textures are a bit buggy down here. What is going on? Oh, they got it popping in a little bit now.
Yeah.
If you get a little lower, there should be a little strip of land in the middle of that lake.
I'm guessing is that where you want me to land?
It is indeed.
Okay.
Although, it seems like it's not going to pop in.
It's popped in for me now, yeah, it's fine for me.
Oh no, it's right in front of us, never mind, I was looking in the wrong place. I believe you can land there, I think it's just bushes. Hey, well done. Okay. Alright, clear the dust.
And number one call, confirm Vertical 3 that you are dusting or you're on your way out.
I should have done that over the radio, sorry.
That's alright.
Winner 2-3, this is Pegasus 1-1, egressing through north. Oh,
Cool.
Because say you're not at the HLS, somebody else is there and gives us the clearance to dust. We have to let you know that the helicopter's already done its mission and it's out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Widow 2-3, Pegasus 1-1, advise when ready for 5 night tasking, is it?
okay. Winner 2-3, this is Pegasus 1-1, awaiting 5 lines over.
Widow 2-3, 5 line is as follows. Insert IP hotel HLS office grid 068148. No mark. Egress south. Over.
Pegasus 1-1, reading back as follows. Insert IP hotel HLS office 068148, no mark, egress south.
Widow 2-3, read back correct. Ingress when ready. Over.
Did he say IP hotel? There isn't a hotel.
sure.
It's not on my map. I've got Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, and Golf.
You don't have
No.
Foxtrot to hotel.
Nope.
That's very weird. Let me repaste them.
Obviously it would be there anyways, but it's just obviously I don't have it. I'll just start heading that way. Well, I'm already there actually.
That's weird that you can't see them. Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just where it disconnected.
Put it down again, so.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, good job. At least
Widow 2-3, this is Pegasus 1-1, entering AO3 IP hotel.
Right. And what's your altitude as you're entering? Because remember, if you're having to do a slow descent from high altitude, you're an easy moving target right there.
Yeah.
So at least if you're coming in and you're a bit faster and you're slow, and you have to do the slow down at low altitude, it makes it also harder for them to get that shot on you.
Okay.
Just imagine a guy behind one of these trees and the helicopter keeps moving past tree after tree after tree. Like, unless we're going straight towards him, he's not going to have a clean shot on us.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean. Would you say this is still too high up, or is just like a better kind?
This is significantly better. I wouldn't go any lower than this unless you're 100% confident with the aircraft.
Weapons check.
Jesus.
Gun works.
Still works. Lovely.
Yeah.
Widow 2-3, this is Pegasus 1-1, arriving at HLS opposite. Now to keep saying it, I know to keep saying it.
Cool.
No, we're good, don't worry.
Are you sure we're on the HLS?
Unless because my map's a bit too far out, it might.
I think that's my markings fucked with.
No.
Fuck, he is on the HLS. HLS office is marked by said office, so.
I thought it was at the top of the office. Alright, fair.
No. That comes soon. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Is it not where you want me to land?
Pegasus 1-1, clear the dust. Yeah, no, you're fine.
You're fine.
Oh, okay. Widow 2-3, this is Pegasus 1, clearing to dust. I guess just stings, but what I meant to say.
No worries, you'll get it in time.
Yeah. It's basically just, essentially at the core of it is just letting everybody know what's happening, basically.
At this point in time, as long as you're flying the aircraft perfectly, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as we know what's happening, then it doesn't matter. Well, in my opinion at least, but obviously you want to have some drills. Right. This one is gonna be a bit funky. Okay. Right. Hello, Pegasus 1-1, this is Widow 2-3, advise when ready for 5 lines passing over.
Widow 2-3, this is Pegasus 1-1, awaiting 5 lines up.
Widow 2-3, 5 line is as follows. Insert IP Echo, HLS Cake, 082154, no mark, egress, northeast, over.
This is Pegasus 1-1, reading 5 lines as follows. Insert IP Echo, HLS Cake, 082154, no mark, egress northeast.
Widow 2-3, read back, okay. Additional remarks, once dusting from HLS Cake, you will be proceeding to HLS Tower, grid 091162, and performing a pinnacle landing, over.
Then would I read back the remarks as well?
Yep.
Okay. Pegasus 1-1, reading back remarks as follows. From HLS Cake, egressing to HLS Tower, grid 11162.
Widow 2-3, correction, grid 091162, over.
Year 91162, I think that's what I got. I'm trying to write the numbers down as fast as possible while I'm doing it.
You can
I'm
always
terrible.
do it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you need me to read it again, feel free to ask, so.
How would I ask that in?
Yeah, it would be,
Texas 1-1, say again.
yeah, say again, grid or something.
Okay. Pegasus, Widow 2-3, this is Pegasus 1-1, say again, grid over.
Widow 2-3, grid HLS Tower 091162. Over.
Pegasus 1-1, reading remarks back as follows. HLS Tower 091162.
Widow 2-3, read back. Okay, ingress when ready. Over.
Go from
Before you egress, just take a look and see what the instructions were and what you have to do.
yeah, okay.
Just get up like a pre-plan, so you know you're gonna go to IP Echo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to HLS Cake, which is roughly what 010020 from IP Echo. From there, we're then gonna continue more northeast to like 045. So have an idea of like where you're gonna turn the aircraft immediately after, so you're not scrambling for the map during all that bit.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Alright, when you are good and you feel ready, proceed. And just let it know once you're past the IP.
Radio 23, this is Pegasus 1-1. Inserting through IP Echo.
Dun, 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 dun. Hour of power.
Oh my god.
It's for pinnacle landings.
Alright then.
Bit slow, yeah.
This one is aptly named HLS Cake because it's a piece of cake.
Alright. And rock goes in the tree.
Video 23 Pegasus 1-1, cleared us. Over.
Radio 23, this is Pegasus 1-1. Proceeding to HLS Tower.
Now,
I can see how dodgy this is.
a pinnacle with the Chinook is everyone has to get from the back. So the hardest part is getting the back.
I actually tried this in editor mode and I kind of did it for a while, so I think with the practice that I did do for 20 minutes I might be okay, but let's hold that thought.
Alright. This is the only one that I will take control if I see it going really wrong.
Just pretend you're flying into like a bowl or an embassy.
Am I okay to use auto hover at all, or do you want me to do this without?
Use it however you want. So you can do that however it's more aggressive. Yeah, use it.
Keep it still. Yeah, it's not working without it, I think. Get it steady first. Go forward.
Easier, I can demonstrate how to do it to make life simpler.
I'll attempt first, and then if it's still kind of being a bit of a pain, I'll ask. I'm trying to avoid that big tower with the blades, but I know I've got plenty of room anyways.
Everything you have to worry about is
The flagpole.
behind that. You should have to get past the glass door.
Okay.
Way to get through those would be fine.
Now for the real test. Oh dear. After that, that's alright, that's alright. I'm pulling a bit too much to the left there.
Yeah, the wheel moved to the ground. I'm giving you back the wheels. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, now for the test, you have to pick your pinch up.
Okay. Too close to the thing there. Just clear it, just goes a bit close to the thing again. And let it centre, because I was swinging a bit too much like you were saying. Yeah, we'll do. And that's fine. Come on. You know what, I'm struggling so much, I did it before. I'll have 2 more attempts. If I can't do it, I'd like to you to show me if that's okay.
Alright. Actually, this is making one attempt because otherwise we'll be here forever. We have to move this twice.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's been too close. Yep, you don't mind showing me, please.
Okay, my controls. Okay, so.
33, roger that. Out.
Okay, so the basic thing is, let's just say you're approaching from that position that you came from, right?
Yeah.
You notice that, so you've seen the tower, you've got an idea of like how it looks like. So it's pretty much open edges in all directions, so we don't park from this is south, this other side. So what you're
Yep.
going to do to make life easier for yourself is just go straight across above it, where you know it's clear. Instead of making life hard and just trying to turn and get the position right, just go straight above it. Literally come to a gentle stop above. You bring the bottom over right here, where you're already lined up, you don't have to worry about going left or right.
Oh, okay.
And then just gently bring it and center it down at the edge. If it's a bit too much inward, just come a bit backwards and go on. And voila.
Clear that.
I'm trying to do the right time.
So yeah, if you want to try that now, I'll let you do that as well. One more time, so you just basically try to get in, just do the auto-hover thing, come down to just hover right next to it, and then just hold it there for 2 seconds, just so that I can understand. You just have to get out.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll try it.
So
Yeah.
just basic map of the building, go straight over it, don't have to worry about going left or right. Make the job as easy as you can. Yes, there's some places where you have to reverse backwards, but when you make that easier, why not use it?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And also it would save time having to look at a shit and going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
Nice and slowly. Here you can just basically adjust it forward and backwards, so don't worry about left or right, because you go. Let's touch others might get that happening again.
Right, and just hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, clear dust.
Perfect.
Pretty good. Bloody boot. Pretty good, pretty good. Right, I think that's all the HLSs and flight lines, yeah?
Yep, let's
So-
on TB, do the entering of the pattern procedure. Well, not entering the pattern, but for landing.
Yep.
And then we will go into the next thing for tonight, which will still need a few more HLSs from each. Because why not? Maybe we could use all the same ones in. But basically just some sling loading and other stuff.
You desire to land stuff on top of the Tower of Power, do you? I like it.
Hey, HLS Tower should be a tourist attraction.
The great
Beautiful.
architects of VT7 have decided to create this masterpiece.
People complain, VT7's flat. Well, just give Peach Zeus, mate, it'll spice it up.
Yeah. Or build you a city worthy of the gods.
Where's Carter?
I don't know. He's up base. I gave him Zeus to look at the thing.
Okay.
But, I was watching you guys trying to land it, and I was like, is he using auto-hover? So I TP'd myself in, and I was listening in.
So when I get to the red circle, am I saying Bureau traffic, it's Pegasus 1-1 approaching final?
Yep.
Okay.
Or turning final, whichever you feel is more appropriate at the time.
Bureau traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1 approaching final. And I'll repeat again, but turning final when I'm actually there.
Feel like,
Are you approaching final?
I'm a bit optimistic. Kilometre out.
damn, we need that kind of optimism in flight. Leave him alone, Billy.
No, he was pointing to the line for a second, that's what I was asking.
Oh, I was pointing line file, but I was just turning. Alright, about half a kilometre.
Yeah, I left Carter with a can of coconut packet peanuts. And just left him.
Bureau traffic, this is Pegasus
Left
1-1.
in the ball pit.
Turning final, please.
And then just come to a hopper on the runway, and then you can hover taxi to the right backwards.
Oh, we're getting a bit frame drop there.
Why hover taxi when you can just taxi normally? You're wasting fuel.
Because ARMA is limited. Okay, I'm still trying to get the new taxi system working.
Bureau traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1. I can't remember the call, sorry.
Touchdown on 1-5, taxi ramp via
Bureau traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, touchdown runway 15. Taxiing through
helipads.
Alpha 2 through Bravo. Oh my god, who's spamming my Steam?
What?
Someone's spamming Steam messages and I'm just getting that horrible sound. Ah, okay, okay. Yes.
We'll eventually go out and that, otherwise we'll pass the test.
That's fair enough. Going a bit heavy on the Z there.
That's alright.
You're talking to Pegasus 1-1, spooling down.
Blink down.
Bro, they got rid of the aircraft carrier animations, I'm sad.
Yeah, I'm see.
Alright, McFly, you want to take the next
No,
bit?
we all out.
Want to do the next bit? Okay. Wasn't it what logistics?
Yeah, you can go through the intro of that.
Oh yeah.
Right. Chaps, if you no longer need me, I'm probably going to head off. You happy with that?
I mean, we
I
could
know.
use you for the actual 5 lines of the logistics, but otherwise, not. It's pretty much the same thing, just the remarks.
Yeah, it'll be the same. Just
Man just wants to go off and play Deep Rock, mate.
Alright, we'll let
I just
Peach
call it
head
game.
off.
Yeah,
I might also head
it's
off now, depending on.
There's a quality.
it's fucking mana culture over here.
Yeah, I do love some Deep Rock. Yeah.
I'm going to talk to the other sections and see whether they need help putting down positions because they're Zeus inept.
Thank you,
Alright.
Sir Peach.
You're very welcome. Enjoy the Tower of Power. And I'll see you
I
guys
will.
later.
Taking screenshots of it.
Excellent.
Sweet logistics, one of my loves. I guess we'll start off with the basic types of. With the Chinook, which was described last lesson, it's got 3 hooks, which we can sling load things.
Yep.
That's one method of transportation. If you go up to any vehicle, you can ace interact with it, and then it's got an ace cargo system.
Yeah,
That's the one type of logistics, and then the other type of logistics is shoving boxes inside the aircraft itself through the. Oh, great. Oh, lovely. Look, he's already putting stuff down. Right, sweet. I'm hoping you have. Did you say you have a 60% keyboard, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I'm hoping you have this button. There should be. So you know your right Windows button or key?
I
User joined your channel.
Okay, shit. Do you have a right Alt button?
Yes, I do.
To the
User
right
left
of that
your
is
channel.
what button is there?
It's a downwards key and
Downwards key.
like right down arrow. Sorry.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
And then it's like I don't even know what button it
Is
is.
it a function key?
I think it's no. I've got a function key, but that's for the alternative buttons. So like my print screen, my F1s. Not the Windows key, but it's like it looks like a page of something. Like
Yeah, that's the same one.
Yeah, click
document
that.
key.
And just see what it does.
Yeah.
Does it bring up a little menu?
Alive, admin
Yep,
actions.
excellent. Right, yeah, so go to player options
Player
and then
options.
activate logistic actions.
Yep, there we go.
Excellent. And then anything you look at and scroll, it should say carry object.
Yep.
So just do that on
Be
any
careful.
box.
Don't look at anyone when you're doing it, though.
Yeah,
Will,
now-
will I kill you if I smack you with it?
Potentially.
Potentially.
But yeah, with this alive thing, you can pretty much pick up anything. Like you can pick up the fucking helicopter landing site, so it's pretty crazy.
Oh dear.
So
And then
if you want to
me
we'll just practice on the
What's
man
that?
truck. So bring it next to the man truck. And then when you drop it next to it, just click drop.
Yep.
Sweet. And then if you look at the man truck itself, there should be an option that says select loading target.
Out here.
In scroll menu.
Like yeah, if scroll wheel.
It
and,
depends where you're
Oh,
standing.
Scroll
Yep.
wheel.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was doing this. Select loading target.
And then it should say load this onto target. You click that. Excellent. And then there it is. It's on the thing itself. So
Oh, sweet.
that's how that works. And it'll be the same for the Chinook. You look in the back, it will say select loading target, and you can just click with the boxes.
Okay.
I mean, for example, you could try and load a couple of these right now, which are right next to it. It depends on how far you are from the vehicle, but essentially get an idea of how they stack them up. You just it's already selected, so you just keep going one.
think that's. Oh, keep going.
Like
Damn,
keep
it's got
going, keep going.
reach. What the fuck?
Yeah, keep going until you can't reach them anymore, which basically shows you like this is how far you can load before it's completely out.
I think we've just found it.
Literally just about here.
Just
This is
about
where-
there.
This is
Yep.
the exact.
So
max.
this gives you
Bloody
an idea of
manufacturing.
anything from here up to where the truck is, or in the case of the Chinook, is your distance of where you should be able to load it.
Damn, it's like we're fucking.
I can
yeeting
load
the
you guys.
crates.
It was letting me load you guys in. What the hell?
The fuck?
Because
Oh, please.
shouldn't be able to, but anyways. But yeah, and also
Test.
you've run out of space on the
You want me
thing.
to test it?
I don't know. But yeah, so it's now full. Because it likes to load it
Uploading
fucking
in.
crate by
Now
crate.
what
I mean,
about-
look at this excess space, man. Fucking piece of shit.
Yes, now also the unloading function. There's two ways of unloading things.
Ah,
Right.
yes. So you can look at each individual object and then click unload object.
Yeah, I've got that.
Or you
Or-
can get in the back of the truck, well, not the back of the, you can get in the driver's seat and click unload vehicles, and it will unload all the crates.
You want me to do that then?
Yeah, can't let him do it.
I'm in the top cover.
Oh, okay, I don't know, mate. I'm fucking just retarded, mate. Leave it
I'm
alone.
here. Hello.
I see that now.
Yep, and
Oh,
then
shit,
you
I
should
got it.
scroll wheel.
Unloading, just clear the vehicle.
Yeah, you're good.
Don't know where
It,
they
it,
go.
it finds a space right behind the vehicle where there's space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then now it's doing it, you can dismount and you can watch the magic.
But it's
I don't need
Oh,
to
no.
while it's doing it.
yeah, the small crates are a bit ridiculous. Apparently, they doesn't think they're real.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. It's not gonna explode. It's just a
Fire
crate has
hazard,
died.
fire hazard. Famous last
But
words
yeah.
from Pelican.
I
It's
was
not
literally
gonna-
going to say famous last words.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
it's
going to
not.
explode from.
No, because
Oh,
it's
opposite,
the smoke is fine. It just means
Yeah.
the crate is dead. But yeah,
Mm.
So yeah, you can
Well-
pick everything up with Alive. There are a few crates you can pick up with Ace, like
but
that.
here's
But you're only stuck on walk.
here's the reason why I said also to try and do the also unload all, because you can see with large crates like this and this one, usually it's okay. But the problem is with the small crates, it doesn't recognize them when it's unloading
User
all.
joined your channel.
So that becomes a bit of an issue when it becomes to unload all, which is why sometimes when you have small crates on board your helicopter, you have to walk in the back and unload them one by one.
Right.
Sorry. How the fuck can I carry this one, but I can't carry one of the little ammo ones?
Because
Joke.
the ammo they're carrying inside, it's by weight.
Oh. Fuck that.
That's
carry
mate. Ace is big brain. Ace is fucking clever, mate.
I'd love to see you try and carry 1,200 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, also all these crates that you see here, including the one that disappeared, these are all. I think the one that disappeared was a medical crate. So
There
apparently,
was
it
a,
wasn't
the
the one that
medical
caught fire.
crate one like in the ground somewhere.
So that's the one that caught fire, basically. Oh well.
Yes, it
Let me grab another one because we
Alien
need
is
it.
explosive.
Where's medical resupply? There it is. Okay. So basically, all these crates are everything the infantry will ever need /FSG /medics.
Okay.
So if you go into each and every one of them, it's all based on there's something.
Medical.
And obviously you can see what's another way you can another way if you want to know which is what, you can just basically she doesn't work like this. Never mind. Okay.
A lot of it
You'd
says
have
on
to-
the sides anyways. You got launchers. you've got the
I
medical
wouldn't
box.
because Spittle created these and some of them are just ignored in general.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
This
there's
one
one
is
is first
javelins
aid
and the
kits in
javelin
this.
CLUs.
There's a first aid kit in this fucking laundry box.
Yes.
GMPGs.
That's the point. It's
mortars.
bit off. But anyways, you don't have to know every
HE,
single one of them.
fragmentation. Oh, okay.
The point is basically you have to understand that there'll be different boxes, and depending on what 223 asks for, because one day you could ask, can we have 2 times medical resupply boxes on 4.5? Obviously, he'll tell it to most likely the higher ranked, so for example, McFly and Kona, and then they'll decipher who gets to do what job. So for example, they'll now, but at least for you, for example, a way to help them is that they get the message. We need 2 times medical resupply. You automatically are getting down and going to find the 2 times boxes of medical resupply.
Right.
And that already helps them have a head start. Anyways,
Mhm.
now we move on to a bit more of the things that we have to know, because flight is
Fun
basically the
shit.
entire logistics. And we have to know how to pack things, how to use as much space as possible in an optimized way to transport everything.
Literally the job I'm applying for next year.
Excellent.
Well,
yeah.
You'll
hopefully.
be pro, mate. You'll turn and be like, yo, fuck, I know how to do this shit. I play ARMA, mate.
And you get told to fuck off.
Probably.
So yeah,
Sweet. So
Fucking
yeah, I mean,
nerd.
I'll just fucking go with this shit, I guess.
so we'll start with that
Um,
one.
Fucking.
McFly will just bring it over.
What's
No, I'll
that?
bring it. I'm too lazy to bring it over.
What do you mean? Too...
What is
I'm
this?
too lazy. So this, I mean, this is basically like a smaller version of the back of the man truck. You can load crates onto the back of it, and
Oh, okay.
and
Like a
then
lo-
once
like a
you've
loading plate.
once you've filled it up, you just scroll wheel on it and pack cargo, and then it makes it a nice little
Okay.
box.
Yeah.
And it's
So
you know
if we unpack the cargo for the meantime, let's have Carter just. I won't put it directly on top of it though.
Are we
That's a
able
bad
to like
idea.
airdrop cargo as well?
indeed
Yeah.
indeed.
Depends on which aircraft. For example, if Chinook, if the part is small enough to fit in the back, it can be dropped out. Otherwise, it needs a big aircraft. Depends on what you have.
Hate how finicky this is.
So,
Yeah, you know, you put some on crate, and then you go, whoa, let's pack it, way,
And
and
then
then
there'll be
you
crates
can
inside
load it wherever. Can you sling load it?
Yes,
Oh, I don't have any hooks, so I can't.
we just grab from the Chinook.
How do I grab the cook?
Why are they not in this Chinook? It's weird.
Oh, attach item maybe?
No, they're not in there. I guess they're not in the Chinook. Oh well. Yeah, they're not in the Chinook. So okay, 1 second. McFly, if you can just get Zeus for yourself.
I'm putting them in the bloody crate in front of me.
Oh, okay, that's an option. So yeah, we'll. Let me know once you've got them in, because we'll also have to go through the safety of that.
They should be in there now.
Yep.
Hopefully. Hey.
Okay, so grab a hook and put it in somewhere in inventory.
Oh, okay, sorry. In my backpack now.
That's open out. But basically, for starters, if we go and we load it on here, I'm just gonna load this onto here. Now you might want to just stand back just for safety reason. Oh, did you pack it, McFly?
No,
Yeah, I was playing the Vietnam server and I was packing helicopters for transport and it killed me when I packed it because it slingshot into my face.
Yes, this is why we go through the little training of that, because otherwise there will be a few dangerous things that you have to be aware of when you're packing stuff. So number one rule, actually, Carter, you also need to be here with this.
I can't sling
Yeah,
load it.
It's okay.
should
Oh
be.
wait, I didn't. No,
No,
sorry,
don't
I
sling
forgot to
load.
get a crate.
Do not sling load.
I've got.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't sling load, because I'm going through the basic sling loading again, because
Oh,
to avoid things happening. So if you, number one rule when you guys are sling loading, McLaren knows this from campaign, you always sling
Bro,
load
trust.
away from the aircraft. So for example, even if I wanted to attach this crate from where it is right now to that Chinook, I'm going to sling load in this direction. So if I yank it, I'm not yanking it into the aircraft, I'm yanking it that way.
Right. Sorry.
So
So when you
always
said away, I was assuming
away from the aircraft. So in case it glitches out for some reason, whatever it happens, it basically pulls it in the opposite direction of the aircraft. The aircraft is fine. You may get hurt. That's just a side effect of, unfortunately, ARMA physics.
Yeah, man. Just imagine you drop the box on your toes or some shit. You know.
But you'd feel much better about it than saying you've blown up an airframe.
Yeah, because then it goes into the accident reports.
Yep. So now for you guys, I would suggest also not standing behind me, just standing to the side while I do
What are you
this.
gonna do it? Whoa.
Yeah. Because
Yank
sometimes the
yank
ropes. No, I'm not gonna yank it into my face. I'm
Aw.
just saying what you have to do when it comes to the sling loading, and then afterwards we will try one by one, basically. So once you do it, you basically ace interact with it. There'll be an option for rig full loading. Don't worry, we'll cover that again. And then you just basically auto rig it. Now, the ropes are not that long. Okay, in this box, it's a lot longer than some of the other ones we've dealt with. So this one, it's not as dangerous. So for example, if you pull it, you still got a bit of slack before it becomes an actual issue.
Right.
Now, some boxes, literally going up to here, is you yanking it into your face. So the first thing you do, just for safety purposes, whether you know it's a long rope or short rope, just basically have it still right next to the box, release it, let the rope do whatever it wants, let it settle, cool. Now we just go on the rig, on the loading, and you just adjust the ropes. Number one thing. Always have it at least, in this case, this one was like about 9 meters, so this one I'll bring it up to like 15 meters. If it's a 5-meter rope, I'll bring it up to 10 meters. Basically just give it some extra yanking ability, and obviously depending on how far the Chinook is, you might even need 20 or 30, yada yada, but also that takes into account how much rope you'll have when you're sling loading and how much higher you have to fly. So for now, I'll just put it to 18 meters as an example. And then now it's all right here where it should be. Just pick it up, and now you have less of a worry. You can basically pull it around, and it's not as big of an issue.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to now release it. I'm going to go into Ace, read for Sling Loading, and remove rigging. Who wants to go first now?
So now that's prepped. I could go to the helicopter as long as it was close enough, and then attach.
Yep.
Without fear of it slingshotting into my face or the helicopter.
Yes. The one thing you want to make sure is you have rope length. So now Kara's got it. It's plenty of space. He's going to drop it. It's going to do its own weird thing. Sometimes it might fidget just a little bit, but it will settle. Just give it a second, and then you can now go and adjust the rope's length. And that way, you are limiting the chances of ARMA being ARMA, yanking into your face, or the helicopter, which would be the more preferable one.
Yeah.
And then see, it's just essentially growing like a spider.
Fucking alien shit, mate.
Yeah. And then that should be about enough, and then basically you should be able to pick up the rope, and then afterwards you can just remove the rigging, and then Jama can also have a go. And I'll get
break.
yeah. One second, let me get one of the smaller, more dangerous ones. to set out.
Dangerous, mate. The fucking fuel container
Yes,
is
I'm
always
getting them.
dangerous. Oh no. It's like, hey, we're explosive, so we're gonna spawn with short ropes just to fuck you up.
Yeah, that's a big one.
To be fair, I think it's only the fuel containers I've ever had issues with. Thinking about it.
It is, I think, yeah. Also,
No.
well, there's one. This guy's dangerous.
The Huron.
I wouldn't yank that one yet. Is Cut already prepping it?
I don't know, probably.
Oh dear. I'd prefer to explain it first before he preps it.
Go on, man.
Let me just first find the last ones because I don't know where they are. Where are those fuel things?
What, you mean
Oh
the
yeah, they're
little
called barrels. That's why.
Mate, we should get the fuel bladder back, mate. The fuel bladder was sick.
There we go. That. I hate when you pipe barrels and then it turns on A3TI. Okay. These two. One, it's fuel. That already pretty much says enough about it. Two, the ropes usually spawn quite short distance. So, Carter, if you'd like to give it a crack, I was just doing it from this side rather than into the truck. So, yep. Now you can see it's already at full tension and it's already having a bit of a fit. So the moment you spawn it, you basically want to drop it and then immediately start extending it.
Okay.
This is all done via Ace, by the way.
Right.
And then, of course, once you got it extended, you have less to worry about. It shouldn't be as misbehaving.
It's still misbehaving.
So, yeah.
But fucking help if we can find the end.
Jama, have you had a go at this one already?
Nope, I'll do this one over here.
If we can find the end.
I was just first doing this one, which is the easy one. First, see how the system works before you do anything. Stand on this side, so at least it goes that way instead of into Carter or the fuel. And then you can do your rigging.
Manual rig, is it? Or auto rig?
Whenever you have auto rig,
can, yeah.
that's the best option. So you can see you're standing a little bit further back, so the ride already has a little bit of tension. So at this point, you want to move just a little bit closer, because otherwise you're basically bringing the tension. Otherwise, you can move backwards. If you want to find out the maximum tension, just move back a little bit until you see the ropes start to essentially limit out on how much they can stretch. At that point, that's as far as you want to be.
Yeah, I can see it starting to rise a bit on my end.
Yeah, at this point, that's as far as you want to be. Any further than that, and you get the rope tension to be maximum, then now you're risking the chance of yanking it into your face.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do now is you just press release it, and then you can come up to this and adjust the rigging.
And you want to adjust all, because then it will just, all the corners of it.
That's shortening.
You want to, there we go, increasing it. And then it grows like spaghetti again.
Oh, that's right. You're wrong.
Alright, and then Carter can give it a go. This is the one that McFly lost the Chinook with.
Yeah, but Zeus was kind and gave me the Chinook back, so...
Yes, but now we shouldn't lose it due to rope issues. But yeah, And then when you want to pick it up again, you just go into your spaghetti mess and then you find it. Otherwise, you can just remove rigging. Oh, and that's what I mean.
Oh,
I let that go and then just did it.
Oh, that's not the button.
Okay. I'll just. And this is why we have it in the opposite direction of the airframes.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Don't
Okay.
like it.
I'm going to do a little test on this. But yeah,
Okay.
at this point, pretty much you can just drop it and then remove the rigging. I'm going to just do a quick test on this one.
Why save me?
Okay.
Question when you're trying to sling load something and when you're picking it up, as soon as you, because in the standard ARMA 3, when I was doing it in the Vietnam mod, the Vietnam DNC, when you
There we
pick
go.
something up, there's no resistance when you're flying.
Yes, there is.
Right, okay.
So yeah.
So as soon as you start, sorry, go ahead.
Actually, no, just please comment, then I'll continue on this one.
Well, we have weight limits. I don't know about vanilla armor because
It's not weight limit. It's more, well, there is weight limit because I think certain airframes can't pick up everything. As in, like the Seahorse can pick up pretty much everything other than like tanks, I believe. Whereas the Huey can't pick up pretty much anything other than like your flies. But when you're flying with, so if I'm in the Seahorse or Huey, anyways, there's no, you can't feel like it
you
feels
don't feel
like
you don't feel like you're towing anymore.
yeah, you just feel like you're flying normally, anyways.
I think
there is a bit of a difference if you're using this system, but when you're flying straight and level, it's not really you don't really feel a difference in the same way that
when
if
you
you're
come,
flying
I feel like you come to a sudden kind of stop, and the momentum of the
Gotta sling up to you.
Yeah, it kind of drags you along a bit. I feel.
Yeah, so like slowing down or making quick agile turns, you'll definitely notice a difference. But otherwise, going straight on level, you won't really see anything really being different.
Okay.
I hope you're not going to yank it.
Just wipes out the entirety of flying.
I did.
Okay, but yeah. Anyways, so pretty much with this one, it's just be at the side of it, and then basically be just kneeling down, and then you do it for rigging.
Yeah.
And you do not. This one apparently for some reason it's really short, so literally as soon as you get, you just drop it down. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Should be good.
Drop it down or face death.
Yeah. So yeah, that is that. Do you want to actually try rigging something to in helicopter or loading in the back of to something?
Let's try and rig the fuel bladder and drop it off to
Bloody hell.
FSG. Yeah.
Well, we could make Jammer. We'll make him sling load something and put some stuff in the back of the Chinook, and then he can drop the sling loaded object and then land somewhere else and drop all the box loaded stuff as well. Sort of 2-in-1.
Yeah.
Sweet, we'll do that. I'll just drag all the boxes to the thing, and we'll make him sling load the empty container.
Okay. Oh yeah. Jammer, one thing. With the container, also you know like how we have this packing option for this guy. If you see scroll wheel, there's an unpack and pack.
Yep, scroll unpack. I don't have a pack, but there's just
Yeah,
I guess it's already packed.
First, yeah, because it's already packed. So if you unpack it,
yep.
In the same way, McFly. Okay. Anyways, with the same way with this one, you should also have a pack and an unpack option.
Yeah.
So pretty much what it does is basically, in terms of armor physics, instead of having like the physical object there and you constantly having to transport it, what it does is that it makes the object invisible and teleports it somewhere else, and then it will bring it back once you unpack it. So that's basically limiting the amount of things that can go wrong in things.
Alright.
Carter?
Yes.
Rule number 1.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Because if it goes wrong, look what's behind.
It's me. It'll never go wrong.
Alright, it's your
User
instant report.
disconnected from your channel.
So, in the meantime,
Wait, is Carter slinging it?
I believe so.
Carter, bloody Jammer's supposed to do it. It's his training.
Oh. Right.
Okay,
So,
just take a knee next to it.
I was going to do it properly, and I was going to stand on the front of the container
Okay.
and then
Once
jump
you got it,
on
just
top of the
drop it
container and
down.
drop it.
I mean,
And then begin
Yes,
adjusting
jumpers
the
training.
ropes. Oh boy, it's having a bit of a fit.
whoa, wee.
It's having a fit. Oh no. Oh no.
18 meters,
Everyone remain
Yeah, a bit more.
calm.
A bit more. Like, keep
23
going.
perhaps.
Keep going about to like 25, just because how far
Has
it
he
could be from the
got
check.
hold of that?
No, I
Ah,
don't. It's
I
just
don't
being
know.
weird.
It's just hovering here. Oh, okay. Alright, so if you could just grab your rope and gently take the Chinook. If you see the rope's tension, so basically if you see the rope starting to tension up,
To your
it's
left,
right.
Jammer, to your left. Yeah. There you go.
So if you see the rope starting to tension up, like basically start walking slowly, and if they reach maximum tension, go back to the box,
There we
readjust.
go. Right.
So take it slowly.
How do I walk again in armor?
What?
X.
X.
Oh, Control C.
Get you up. You'll be fine.
Control C should be a walk, but otherwise, yeah. But pretty much just watch the tensions. It doesn't matter about the tension here, it matters about it being up there.
Yeah, we
Okay,
good,
all-
we good.
Okay, you're good. Yeah. So here's the problem. It's a little bit. You should be fine to actually hook it up. Should be.
How do I hook? Just through
Ace?
attach cargo, yeah?
Yep.
No, bloody Ace interact with the hook. There you go. Oh yeah,
Oh,
sweet.
yeah. I'm
You
stuck.
actually got it.
There you go. And that's hooked. So then we come to the back.
As you can see,
And
some of the ropes
For
are just
immersion
about.
purposes, I'll fucking do this bit.
But he'll just go inside and put up the seats. Just otherwise things would look like they're clipping.
Immersion.
And then you can just basically load things in the back.
So then, yeah, you scroll wheel, select loading target, and Bob your uncle, mate.
Probably your Uncle Funny around.
Who's my aunt?
Funny.
Fanny?
Fanny.
I've never heard that one.
Oh, Bob your Uncle Fanny's your aunt.
Oh, yeah, I never heard the Fanny bit.
Really?
Yeah?
How many's down here? Because this one's not loading in.
If it's too far away, let's bring it closer.
I'm walking into me. Bear in mind you don't have the full width of the fucking.
Oh shit. Nearly killed myself.
No, he's taking them out.
And
What is it? Riddle do something.
no, you have plenty of space. You could keep going with these and all of them. You can just keep going. It's just the distance.
Easy.
And everything's in. Now, it's the difficult part of getting it out of the area.
Out of the plane, out of the
No,
helicopter. sorry.
not out of that. We take the helicopter and we take it where the supplies are needed.
Oh, okay, alright, I'm gonna turn off that option, the deactivate logistics now.
Do you want to do this, Pelly, and I'll do the other fixed wing thing with Carter?
Yeah, sure.
You have to tell me what to do because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. The other thing that you're supposed to do next is interceptions and groundcast. So I'll give you the option. Which one would you prefer to do? Because I don't think there's enough time for both. Well, maybe we'll see afterwards.
We'll do interception.
Okay. So interceptions is
Do I have to give him the quote?
yes.
Oh, nice.
So he will have to do the quote. You basically pick the air targets or airframes that will be up against, and the whole speech of how it's supposed to be done, the frequency that's supposed to be done on, which is pretty much for 4.5 unless otherwise said. So we'll also be listening in just so we can hear what's going on.
Okay.
And then one of the targets requiring the quote.
Roger. Okay, I'll do a few scenarios. Then.
Or two, yeah. So basically just do a few scenarios. And then on top of that, he's then going to have to fight against some Russian aircraft.
Roger, Roger. Sounds groovy.
which counts for the ability to also now, can you fight against the Russian aircraft
Yeah. Okay.
and survive? So
all right. I will spawn him down in F-35 then.
yeah, and then afterwards, just for fun, we might do a 2 versus 1, or
Bloody hell. Bullying, mate. Cyberbullying.
is it?
I don't know. I'm just joking.
Okay, or it can be you 2 against me then.
Well, I mean, that's cyberbullying against us, Pelly.
Why?
Because you're too good.
I got shot down last time.
Or you can make it 3 versus 1.
You'll still beat all
Yeah,
of us.
no. Yeah,
He won't even
not
take us on the
yet.
airfield.
Not yet.
He will still beat us.
Yeah, he'll be on the airfield and just launch all his fucking air missiles, mate.
Alright, so
Yes,
you guys,
I
in the
shall,
meantime,
crack on the
Jana,
F-35.
begin spooling up, and then we shall head off.
The air traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, spooling up.
So yeah, now, the thing is with sling loading.
Oh, you're loud, holy shit. Speak again?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I don't know what happened there, but your volume went to like 2000%.
Must be TeamSpeak, must be weird TeamSpeak. But anyways, so, what's happening now is, you're carrying a sling load. Would it be wise to hover taxi around an airfield with a sling load?
No.
Right, so, sling loaded traffic or emergency traffic have priority, so they have the option to depart and arrive via Gandalf no matter what.
Yeah, I've got
Okay.
AMS anyway with us.
Otherwise, on all other cases, Gandalf is usually avoided and
Roger.
the final. But in the case of operations, we count it as, yeah, we have to get infantry back in the fight as quickly as possible, so Gandalf becomes viable as an excuse for us to use it. And also landing back, we count it as an emergency quickness.
Uh-huh.
But otherwise, for the most part, we use the normal standard. So for this time, you can just use Gandalf, and we'll head over to the AO. I'll give you an HLS to land at. No 5 land, you're just going to land, drop the cargo off.
Alright, yeah, just arm up the
Pinnacle at the
35 then with a, I don't
and
know,
then
quick
we're gonna
reaction
drop the
stuff.
boxes on the top of the building.
Okay, so so no HLSs, I just pretty much go to... Sorry, no 5 lands, I just go straight there.
Yeah, I'll just tell you which HLS to go for.
Okay, well, are you taking off? I didn't press anything there. Oh, that's weird. Right, okay.
Ah, you have to put your helmet on.
Yep, I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's just say
Also, well, if you've got the
Air
F35,
traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, dusting and proceeding through Gandalf.
So now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna first go into a hover, gently go above the crate, because otherwise it's gonna drag across the ground if we directly try to go straight up from here. So
Yeah.
just hover above it, and then you're gonna slowly greenhouse it from there.
We'll line up with it a bit.
You don't even have to do that. It's necessary.
Oh, okay. That's tightening up as I go, as the further I go.
Yeah, just greenhouse it.
It's starting to kind of tighten up.
This time we actually want the tension to which we're going and it's intense as now it's full power to the ground. There we go. And hard straightening it down. across to the server, that's how I'll see it.
Oh, okay. It seems to be alright for me.
Yeah, for you it will seem 100% perfect because your computer is calculating everything. But
Oh,
if it's the
right.
server, it will seem quite janky depending on your internet speed.
Right, so I see. And in the vanilla DLC with ARMA, I can kind of be low in the box. Doesn't seem to really matter when it's kind of touching trees. If I touch trees, it is that kind of instant death.
Yes.
Right, okay. I'll make sure I'm pretty high then.
Yeah. This one is basically, think of this system as, if you wouldn't do it in real life, you shouldn't do it.
Right. Okay. Because ARMA's ARMA sometimes, and sometimes you can get away with stupid stuff, sometimes you can't.
Yes. Vanilla, you can. Most of our mods, you can get away with dumb things.
Right, okay. And it was 25 meters, and I am 157, so I'm okay.
Yep. Okay, so for the first one, we're gonna drop this off at HLS hard.
Okay. Roger that.
So basically,
So I can
middle of
see-
the lake.
Yeah, I see tower right now, so...
Yep. So the idea is basically, if you can bonk this container around the middle of that lake, you should be able to bonk it pretty much anywhere.
Okay. I'm being a bit high up, which I'm being a bit wary of that box for the time being. I can probably get us down another 50 meters. Yeah, there we go, that's better altitude. Yeah, I know it's only 25 meters, but it just looks a lot further for me from in the third person view. Alright, approaching the HLS hard. They want me to make any radio calls at all, or am I just simply focusing on flights?
Radio call usually smooth operations, files over this.
Okay.
Unless we're going to step there.
Lightning 1-1 designer model 9 fire designate. Lightning 1-1 read road traffic taxi from Stubine.
Oh yeah,
Peter traffic, Lightning 1-1, taxi from April by the Bravo to Alpha 1.
Yeah.
To use active runway 15 to take off.
I've got a camera of what it looks like.
yeah, you should have the camera option on the steer brackets, please. And then you should be able to see directly beneath us, and then from there, pretty much just line up the crate.
A little bit bored because the camera's looking like it's hanging off the edge, but I think it's alright.
Peter traffic, clinic. Active runway 15.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I understand.
Interesting to pin myself somewhere.
Yep, Ace.
Runner,
Yep.
wait, I will, to...
Ow.
Are you injured?
Yes.
Okay. No, I see what you mean.
This one, this tower.
You should be healed. Are you good?
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm gonna do that approach like you said last time. Pardon, you got a headache? You say you have a headache?
But yeah, you healed or not?
If you want to end this now, I don't mind.
Still happening. Right, just hop out the aircraft.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. Well,
Okay.
obviously you're doing aviation a lot harder than what I'm studying.
Feel free to just turn the F-35 around and take them.
It's not that it's hard, it's that it's
A lot of work.
no, it's the volume.
And by memory, the F-35 is a bit finicky. You need to take off quickish, otherwise it will fuck yourself up.
Yeah, no, I understand totally. Unload all of your lefties there.
Oh, roger that, landing 1-1, continue to come back control.
Even auto-hover's been a bit finicky. Unload all vehicles, yeah.
Oh, okay, apparently it's decided to parachute the Okay, well, I'll count as good. Yeah, parachutes.
Armor being armor.
Okay, man, that's...
Yep, it is. If I was maybe a little bit lower down with more of the back end onto the building, it might have worked. I think maybe it's because I was the back wheels.
It doesn't count because
okay. Right. No, I see what you mean. Do we do that now, or do when I get a bit closer? Also, whose grenade is a call sign? I just saw them fly past us. Is that McFly? Oh, okay. Ah, okay. He's on a 5 o'clock. I don't know if he's going for landing or something, so I'm gonna just slow him down.
Vera traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, approaching long final. Vera traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, turning final to base.
Yeah, I see him.
Vera traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, landed runway, touchdown runway 15, proceeding to taxi 8 Alpha 2 to taxi Bay Bravo.
I messed it up a bit, I couldn't remember the exact specific words.
You got it out eventually.
Harbor taxi, that's the word. Harbor taxi.
Alright, let's see if we can get this one above the taxiway lines.
Yeah.
I want to try and get this one parked back to the way down.
Yeah, certainly. To my right.
Right as well.
Correct me, then I'll proceed.
Right, I think we're gonna right now. And there we go. And I can right.
You know, I turned off auto harbor. I tried to see if I could do it myself, but I guess not. Not at the moment. It's a very heavy aircraft, so once it does kind of leave,
Pegasus
it goes.
1-1, this is landing 1-1, you on the ground and stationary over.
Come on. Don't mean that bad.
Unidentified aircraft, I am instructed by Her Majesty's Government of the United Kingdom to warn you, if you do not respond immediately to my orders, you will be shot down.
Oh, is that me?
If the unknown Sedna, I am requesting you I suggest you leave this airspace before I am forced to bring you down over.
Oh, why? I'm just taking pictures.
Air traffic, this is Pegasus 1-1, spilling up.
I suggest you vacate immediately, I will escort you out. Just leave this airspace as this is Her Majesty's United Kingdom's airspace. Thank you very much.
Okay, always,
Airport
always.
anyways. Basically, just like the infantry, we also have to read aircraft out their rights and what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do.
Mhm.
Which you'll get to at that point eventually in training.
Yeah, I've seen some videos that are happening before. It's very interesting when the Russians try and test British patience,
Yes.
which they
Okay.
do yearly.
Yes, not quite a bit. Let's see. Is there anything else that needs to be done? I think that might be everything.
Yeah, we've did the kind of like traffic comms. We've did the line. What was it actually called? So marking active runways, so all the markers, informing ATC and pilots. I can't remember exactly the lines. Taxi. What's the actual specific name for it called?
Which one?
Like when you're going down upwind, crosswind, downwind, base to find like the specific names for it when you're inside.
The circuit. Or left
Circuit,
circuit. So you
combat
got
control.
left circuit or left pattern, and then right circuit.
Pattern.
and
That
right
was the
pattern.
word that I was looking for. Patterns. And then we did more 5 lines.
Yeah,
And then
circuit
we
or
did
pattern
logistics.
is it's basically the difference between American pronunciations, British pronunciations. Neither one is right nor wrong technically. Like they're both actually they're technically both right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Because otherwise, yeah, that is pretty much it. Pipelines, logistics.
I should be here Thursday, but like I said, if anything comes up, I'll pop it on the attending forum because now I've left the company that I was working with.
Let's see. Thursdays after my exams, but again, that depends if I decide to take a break from everything in general.
If you want to take a break and no one else is available, that's perfectly fine.
Oh no, McFly will definitely be there. That's 100%. It's just
because my girlfriend comes back from the 20th to the 27th. That's Friday, so I might not be here the 22nd and the 26th, just because she lives in southern France, so obviously I might not get to see her for another 6 months, potentially. So I do want to spend that time with her as much as possible.
Okay. Could you not attend one of them, if not both?
I'll see if she's not. I don't think she'll be too fussed because obviously it's quite late, anyways, when we start them.
The reason why is because the next two after this Thursday that's coming, the next two will be FTXs. I think Lancaster's is in core mission application, and the other one's just another like involvement with the platoon. So basically, this is the point where you guys actually transport the infantry for real under monitoring. So it's a little bit important.
Okay,
one
yes.
of them.
Right,
because
that's
it's basically to gauge your abilities in
Unidentified aircraft. I am instructed by Her Majesty's Government of the United Kingdom to warn you if you do not respond to my call, I will have to shoot you down. Over.
No, she'll be fine.
Be aware, aircraft, this is KC-135 of the United States Air Force. We are currently en route to Estonia for tasking. Over.
Hey firm, I will escort you out of the AO and you can go about your business. Over.
Roger that, Lightning.
There we go. That's better. That really was extremely loud. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying, if you want, you can come for the lesser one, the lesser FTX, which will be on the 26th, so the Thursday one, and you don't have to.
Yeah, I was going to say the Thursday one. Then again, that's the day before she leaves.
Yeah, because the problem is with the 22nd one is that we have no idea what the mission is. Like this is a Zeus application, so basically it's however the person has catered the mission. So they could really need flight. Maybe it could be a boring night, and the only thing we do is just an infantry transport. We don't know. At least for the 26th one, the infantry are doing platoon assaults and reaction to contact, so that's going to be mostly a transport day, which is why it's like this is where you and Hendrix will mostly come in on the Chinooks.
Yeah. because the 26th is the day before she leaves, that one's probably going to be the least unlikely that I'll be able to
I mean,
attend. The
or if you show up,
22nd.
or if you show up late for one of the 22nds, at least that could still work.
It wouldn't be showing up late. It would mostly be having to leave early.
Ah, okay.
So
Yeah, then,
if
that works.
if I did show up on the 26th, I'd have to leave early just so. Because she'd probably because it's the last time she'd want to like spend like kind of like more personal time before she goes in the morning.
Sure, whichever one you pick, yeah, just.
Like you never know. I might be able to attend both of them regardless. Because she's here for a full week, and now that I'm no longer working until the 9th of September, we're gonna have the full week together, if you know what I mean.
All right, now let's what to do? There's nothing else to do. I kind of want to fly, but I don't know what I want to fly. You know what? Let's go for a bit of jet flying.
So am I okay to debus? Not debus. What's the word for exiting?
Technically, yeah. Actually, hold on. Let me just make fly. We're done. Dead stick seagull message.
Send.
Currently, all training's done for the night with Jammer. Should I give him the clearance for index?
Yeah, if you've got nothing else to go over.
Okay, so yeah, pretty much. If you want to index, you can index and head off. Otherwise,
Unidentified
just stick around and
aircraft.
just
I'm instructed by Her Majesty's
play around with some of
Government
the
of the
extra
United
toys.
Kingdom. If you do not respond
Or I
to my
can give you a
call,
wildcat and
I will.
you can try and fly that around a bit.
To my orders, you will be shot down. Over.
So it's up to you. If you want to index, you can. Otherwise, I can give you another helicopter to try and play around and learn how it flies.
Go on, I'll give you the wildcat for
Air ambulance.
10-15 minutes.
Currently
If you don't mind.
landing at the Joki Hospital. Over.
Okay, so
Let's play around in the
That's an eighth.
inside of the
Be
AO.
advised you are
HLS
in
hard cake
restricted airspace
office.
at this
I mean, yeah, you can pretty much take it at this point. Like you've done all the training, so everything that you've done training on so far, feel free to go and do it. So you can literally take it all the way to the HLSs, try and land there.
Roger, we operate
Pinnacle land on the
quite
tower
a
again
lot.
if you
I've
want to
never
do.
heard it being
Come
restricted
back,
before.
but then just do like the radio comms as you're coming in.
If
And
currently
put it back on the
British
helipad.
Armed Forces are currently using
Let's give the
Vero
Wildcat.
Airport for main operating base, we are on exercise in the
that's
area.
wrong one.
So just for your knowledge, it is currently restricted airspace. Over.
Okay, I'll tell my boss.
Thank you very much.
Roger.
Are you just getting a jet?
One out.
I'm just getting the jet that's in the hangar right there. I don't need anything extra.
Dear traffic, this is Wildcat 1-1, spooling up.
Where's that stick? Hello.
52 MI8. Yeah, we'll do an MI8. Classic.
Fly.
Unidentified aircraft, I'm instructed by Her Majesty's Government of the United Kingdom. Warn, do not respond to my orders immediately, you will be shot down. Over.
Fuck.
What?
Identified MI8. This is your final warning. If you do not respond to my calls, you will be shot down. Over. This is Lightning 1-1 of the Royal Air Force. If you do not respond within 2 minutes, 2 seconds, you you will be shot down. Over.
It's over the airfield.
Viewer traffic, this is Wildcat 1-1, proceeding with a hover taxi to Alpha 1 to runway 15.
That's deck flight number 1 engaging 1 times MI8 failure to comply with orders.
Viewer traffic, this is Wildcat 1-1, landing due to current engagement outside Bureau airspace.
Roger. Shot.
Finding 1 more on the flying goal.
Viewer traffic, this is Wildcat 1-1, proceed caution, taking small arms fire from MI8.
XM is now Fox into Echo. Aircraft down. We are safe to continue air off.
Go Belly?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Viewer traffic, this is Wildcat 1-1, proceeding with a hover taxi to Alpha 1 through runway 15.
Yeah, I caught a bit of end of that.
Good work, car. RTB, spool down, and we'll eventually continue with part 2.
Yeah.
Still about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'll probably do part 2, but I've got a few pointers, so I don't know.
Yeah, I have 1 pointer. The aircraft got into the airspace.
Yes, that is one. I did want to go close, but yeah, I mean, yeah. The first one I did, where I was in a Cessna, he took for, I travelled from, you know, that southwest airbase, travelled all the way to there, and got to the airfield, and pretended to do strafing runs, you know, and it took him a while to find me. So that was a bit of a concern, but I was like, you know, this is the first one, I'll let him off, but then, and he did pick up the pace on the other one, so I'm assuming, yeah, I don't know. And then, yeah, that one was a bit of a oof, considering I was an MI8 just flying around. Took him a while to get me. So yeah, I got pointers, not perfect,
This
but
is
it
Wildcat
was alright.
1-1, departing from runway 15.
Part 2, for your information, will just be him scrambling.
Okay.
But I'll just put something in the air, or you can if you want, and I'll just be like, code, scramble, please.
Yeah, I'll probably fly.
Yeah, I haven't actually engaged him yet with it. Well, apart from that MI8, which was shooting at him, but that was just the AI.
Yeah,
So I haven't directly engaged him yet.
Also, just keep an eye on Jumper. He's also flying the Wildcat currently. He's going to do a few
That's
retest
just
runs, but so far,
You-
is active.
This is Wildcat 1-1, heading
Did
downwind
you offer him that, or did he want to do that?
1 mile.
Or?
Oh, I told him like, so here's the options. You can index if you want. Otherwise, I'm going to give you a Wildcat. So you can try and fly that. You got the Chinook down. You've got the Griffin down. Let's try and fly a Wildcat.
Okay. Well, cool, dude.
Final for runway 15.
Had a slight issue with the first F-35 takeoff, where, you know, if you're too fast and you don't take off quick enough, it like damages itself. But that was the first issue, and then when I told him, oh yeah, I forgot about that, you know, and told him about it, he took off pretty well the second time.
Oh, which issue? Which issue?
You know, if you like full throttle it down the runway with the F-35 and don't take off quick enough,
Yes,
it like damages.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So I gave him another chance, obviously. And he took off. Well, he did the like kind of short takeoff thing, you know, with the thruster and angle. I was pretty impressed, to be fair.
Okay.
Well, anyone want feel free to taxi to a hangar or something.
Let me see what
What's he
Jam
doing?
is up to currently. He is flying along.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Jammer's progress.
Luckily, I'm happy my call was not in vain. Otherwise, I was just like, I hope I made the right call.
Yeah, well, yeah. And plus, he's been practicing himself out of ARMA, so it's bonus points.
Lovely. Yeah.
How many scenarios are we going? We're going like 3 scenarios or so.
Right.
I guess the first one will be a Cessna or some shit coming in. The second one could be something. And then I guess the last one will be. Yeah, true. And then the last one will be.
I could be diplomat coming into land at this base.
Ooh. Well, yeah, we could have. Okay, yeah, we'll give him a little brief thing like, oh, we're expecting a VIP today, so because he wouldn't just come unannounced, would he, to this base? No. We're like HQ boys would know, so we'd obviously inform him.
I think
Right, yeah, we're expecting a VIP today.
I have a damaged hull and gear. I'm slightly injured.
Oh, you landed a bit too rough.
Oh well, practice makes perfect.
To be fair, for my first fucking short landing, that weren't too bad. And then fucking blow up.
See, I'm like, the only time I've ever really used the thing is to take off vertically. I've never really landed like the short landing thing.
I landed short all the time.
Yeah, I landed like a normal plane and take off like a normal plane. Yeah. Obviously, we had those. Yeah, when we were on the carrier, obviously I was vertically landing and shit, but that was just a bit of a goof around. Well, every time I've used it professionally, I've landed normally and shit.
Okay.
Car, come over to the Land Rover.
Feel free to pop in the back when you have a little chat.
What?
Yes. Sweet, so how do you think that went?
To be fair, it took me a while to see a couple of the aircraft due to the fact that I couldn't seem to lock on until I actually got onto a Meteor and started to lock on to see where the targets were properly.
The first one, that little Cessna, I took off from the southwestern airfield and managed to get over here without any radio transmission from you. So that was the first one. I was like, I'll let you off.
But saying that, with that, I did radio into Jammer to see if he was like at the airfield or he was moving about, but he didn't actually respond. But
he didn't respond, and at that point, I was pretending to strafe the airfield and pretend to bomb it. So
yeah, I didn't see that until I actually got onto a Meteor.
But all the other ones after that, you were on them pretty quickly. So I was like, I'll let the first one go. I guess maybe you're just warming up or some shit. The MIA at the end. You gave me plenty of warnings, which was good enough. But obviously, it took a while to actually engage me, which was the only problem.
Well, yeah, with the Meteors, it wasn't allowing me to lock on until I got to a certain.
Yeah. The Meteors can't lock on. Yeah, if you're like a click towards the target, like a kilometer or closer, you can't use the Meteors. You have to use your sidewinders or whatever. But yeah, overall it's pretty good. I was a bit, I wouldn't say annoyed, but a bit disappointed with your comms with the Yanks, because you said, not my problem anymore or whatever when they weren't in our airspace, but maybe a bit more professionalism on the radio, but apart from that, it was not too bad. So if you're happy, we'll continue to part 1, which is you scrambling. Not part 1, sorry, part 2, I mean.
Yeah.
Roger. If you want to rearm the aircraft at your discretion, feel free to. I'll make sure it's refueled. Hill, yep, sure, I will do that. Heal, Ace Medical, heal. Right, that should be good. Sweet.
Carter, for your information, we've been informed today that we will be having a VIP visit the base. They will be landing in a 737, so watch out for that.
Mm-hmm.
We will potentially require you want to escort in. Yeah, well, when we're notified of the 737 inbound, we'll tell you to scramble and escort them in.
Cool, so that one done. How should we kick it off, pal?
Sure. Kick off with Cessna. I'm still getting the 737 sorted.
Roger. Well, we wouldn't tell him to scramble for the 737. We'd be like, all right, 737's inbound to take off, I guess. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. And you got to make sure, because he's been told to scramble.
Just out of character here, the island HLS Hard was meant to be safe to land on. There's a bush hidden within the smaller bushes that broke the rotor.
Roger that. I'll repay. Are you able to take off now, or do I need to move the airframe?
I think I should be safe now.
Right, yeah, so Cessna, roll. Okay, this 737 guy is not going to be on net. Well, the 737 man, not 737, sorry, the Cessna man is not going to be on net.
Okay.
So we're going to see, he's just going to be a civilian though. I want to see how he...
All you have to do is basically just go in front of the aircraft, wag his wings.
See, I haven't told him any of this though, so if he does wrong, then...
How do you actually extend the ranges of your radars?
It would be right control and one of the corresponding square brackets.
Should I tell him that before he takes off? I probably should.
Yes, probably.
Okay, alright. Well, I'll let him sort that out.
Carter, before you do anything else, if you want to pop back into the Land Rover for some more training, I guess.
He's still bleeding. He better not be. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, I'm bamboozled now. There's two of me. Oh no.
There's two of you.
There's two of me, because I was in the Hemmet and now I'm in the Land Rover. And for me on my screen, I'm in the Hemmet and the Land Rover.
Oh, I see. Also, you. There is you, the Land Rover, in the Hemmet.
Oh yeah, I'm bamboozled now.
You're talking from both of them as well.
Oh yeah. Alright, anywho.
I'm so fucking confused.
Yeah, me too. Right, so I'm gonna spice up the scenarios a bit. I'm gonna obviously tell you what's what. If obviously, someone's not responding on radio, but the airframe looks, non-hostile, obviously warn them, try and get contact with them. If you can't get contact with them, try and, sit alongside them, maybe wave in front of them, wiggle your wings, see if they do anything. Obviously, failing to do anything else like follow you or maybe change their route, then a few more warnings and yeah, nothing happens. You feel free to engage. Obviously, technically any air vehicle is a threat because you can just cowabunga that shit into anything. Yeah, but obviously, not everyone is a threat. Trying to think. Yeah, so we got the 737 VIP coming in. We'll tell you not to scramble, obviously, because it's not like crazy happening, but we'll be like take off. And yes, I think that's it. Is your airframe already?
Yes.
Sweet. And also, obviously, when you're told to scramble, you don't have to wait on the runway or anything. You can just direct straight out and everything. Cool. Scramble. Do.
Scramble. We're into active runway 115 and taking off, exiting final while.
Cargo 1. Look at the 737. I'll be right back, McFly.
You did actually want me to scramble, right?
Yes.
Okay.
111, this is ATC. We've got an unidentified object on our radar heading northeast towards our airfield. Over. Please investigate.
ATC line 111. Which direction that aircraft is coming in from, over?
Last time we spotted on radar, it was heading northeast, so coming from the southwest. Over.
If, I think I have eyes on.
Widow 2-3, this is Wildcat 1-1, exiting AO through IP Charlie to return to base, over.
Identified aircraft, this is Royal Air. Unidentified aircraft, I am instructed by Her Majesty's Government of the United Kingdom to warn you that if you do not respond immediately to my orders, you'll be shot down. Over. Unidentified aircraft, I suggest you vacate this area immediately now, or I will be forced to shoot upon you.
McFly?
Widow 2-3, this is Wildcat 1-1, currently holding IP Charlie due to bogeys within UK airspace, over.
Be advised, Wildcat 1-1. Equipment speeds not currently available. Flight HQ, you're free to proceed in on a different aircraft.
If Lightning 1-1, continuing combat patrol.
Be advised, Lightning 1-1, that message was for Wildcat 1-1.
Roger that. Wildcat 1-1 proceeding to Bureau airspace.
For your call sign.
Ready for orders. Awaiting orders.
This is ATC. Looks like the flight value didn't scoot, whatever it is. Looks like it's southwest of enemy. Roger that. Just got to add for Pearly.
Yep, the 737's in the air. Should I bring it?
Roger. Let me just hop out this fucking Land Rover, see what happens.
Roger that.
Bureau traffic, this is Wildcat 1-1.
There's two of
Turning final to base.
Fly.
Dude.
There's two of you.
Shit's fucked.
Yeah, you're completely broken.
Right, yeah, I got out of here, pressed W to walk forward, and it made the helmet move.
Yeah, okay.
Landing 1-1, this is ATC. Disregard, stay. Yeah, if you wanna bring the 737 in.
The sensor is coming from the south of
If
the
I'm no
airbase.
longer landing at Airfield, return
Roger.
back to Airfield.
737 should be approaching from the south end.
Bureau traffic, this is Wildcat 1-1. Touchdown, runway 15, proceeding to up 3 and red, Bravo. Correction. Bureau traffic, this is Wildcat 1-1, touchdown, runway 15, proceeding to a hover taxi through Alpha 3 to Bravo.
Ready for orders. Solid copy.
ATC, thank you for calling. Confirm ETA on 737.
Looking at our radar, ETA on 737 is about 1 mic until on finalizing.
Hey, like radar, I don't need shit, I go off the 737 radar.
Roger that, check it out, radar is coming from the southeast currently, heading to east to line up with the runway over.
No radar signatures above yet, over.
Zero traffic, Dreamfly 11 is currently to the southeast of Vero, maneuvering for a landing.
Greenfly, this is Lightning 1-1 of Royal Air Force. Confirm altitude and speed for escort, over.
Greenfly 11, we're currently at 300 meters above the ground, just cruising at 500 kilometers.
If be advised, I'm coming up on your 7 o'clock. Slowing down as we speak, over.
Roger, Greenfly 11, we're currently maneuvering for a landing on what looks to be 15 as the active.
I'll stay on your left-hand side, over.
Jammer, if you slow down, feel free to head to the Land Rover, which is to your north, on the other side of the Hemet.
Greenfly, be advised, Lightning 1-1 is just onto your right-hand side now, over.
Roger, Greenfly 11, we're maneuvering for a long final. Greenfly 11 on long final, Vero. Greenfly 11, touchdown, runway 15, will be vacating via Alpha 5.
Confirm on that. Lightning 1-1 returning to Airfield.
911, this is ATC 1737, has vacated runway, feel free to land as well, over.
I will be transitioning to long final in months, over.
Greenfly 11, vacated runway 15, taxiing Alpha to the runway.
Lightning.
Lightning 1-1 on final for Zero, runway 15.
This is Lightning 1.
Lightning 1-1 to go.
Billy? Billy. Alright, sweet, you're here. Yeah, not car. Jammer's clear to index, obviously, as you were with him for the majority of the night. Do you have any pointers before he disappears?
Yeah, actually, before you disappear, Jammer, pretty much the only pointers are for the hover taxi, just working above, staying above the lines. Approaches, as we discussed, pretty much don't. If you're within the AO, you don't want to come from a very slow, high descending approach. So you want to be already at a decent altitude when you get to the AO, so you don't have to spend that much time in the descent, slowing down. And basically, the only time you are slow is during the flare to actually land, and that's the least amount of time.
Yeah.
For the pinnacles, obviously try and see what. Obviously, it won't always be that easy in terms of just hovering there and basically just flying over it and then land and then basically just descending down with an auto hover. It won't always be that easy. Something you might have to actually reverse, so you can also practice that. Getting used to which way you're turning, because I noticed a few times you wanted to go to the right, but you ended up pressing left because you were probably looking from the front of the helicopter. Which kind
I did that a few times, but also I was not used to how much the autopilot was correcting me, so I was trying to correct myself, and then it was double incorrect. It was obviously the correction plus my movement was then swinging me the other way, if you know what I mean. I think I should try and fight the autopilot a bit rather than kind of correct myself. You know, yeah. I think that's what I'm trying to. That's the way I'm thinking. What I was doing. But no, I understand what you mean. I think a few times I also was pressing left, thinking it was to go the way I was thinking of it, but no, it was the opposite way.
Right. But yeah, otherwise, apart from those, it seemed pretty alright.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I've got for you. I don't know how you felt about the Wildcat, but
the Wildcat was fun. The only thing was try to land it. It was a bit kind of doing a kind of like instead of kind of going in a slow descent. It was amazing. Like it felt like a smooth landing, but trying to kind of come behind, it felt really like it was just as soon as you would kind of tilt it back, it would fly back. I was trying to make sure that I was not just like coming at it from an insane speed.
That was one of the dodgiest landings I have ever fucking done.
Mate, you cheated and vertical landed it.
No, it was
we should
one
put
of
it in
them,
the Typhoon so you can't do that.
Alright.
Yeah, it was...
But yeah, I mean, you're just using the tools available, so fair enough, to be fair.
No, it's one of those. I was like trying to get it to slow me down while I was on me like actual decent landing, and then as soon as I pulled off to go back around, it was like, no, I'm going into fucking bubble mode. It's like, shit.
But are those all your points for Jammer then, Pelly? Or...
Yeah, that should be everything. Yeah.
Well then, Jammer, yeah, you're free to index them.
Thank you very much. Thanks for tonight. I'll see you hopefully Sunday. No.
Thursday.
Well, sorry, I will see you Thursday.
Excellent day. Sweet, yeah. Adios.
User left your channel.
Right.
Carter, we've got one more scramble for you, and then, yeah, we'll debrief, I guess.
Yes, and by the way, the VIP is actually on the ground.
Excellent. Who was it? David Cameron? Boris Johnson?
Theresa May.
Oh yeah, who the fuck is that? Oh, not the Chinese.
I don't know, they wanted to speak to us for something.
Yeah.
Something about next campaign.
Sea Dragon V2.
There's a Taiwanese ambassador.
Could be Taiwanese ambassador. Who knows where he came from? We just know that he's talking to an officer right now. Adkona, you have got footage if you want to use this. Play it as you will. They're talking. I don't know. I'm just giving him random ideas. What? Yeah.
So what's a scramble to attack fucking Russian jets now?
I don't know. It's fine. We're just ATC, mate. Or we just say when we spot shown radar, mate, and tell you to scramble and find out what it is.
As we are currently in, Estonia, are we Latvia right now?
Well, yeah, like Finland, Estonia. Well, this is technically Finland. That's why I said the Yankee plane was en route to Estonia.
But with the American, wouldn't he radio in and say that he's transiting our area?
Yes and no. I mean, who knows? They might have radio difficulties. Whoa.
And one extra thing also.
Go, send it. We need all the information we can get.
Just from the F-35 setup, you can't have two AMRAMs on the wing panels. I know, yes, that's available right now, but each shouldn't be. Even like the Typhoon.
Alright.
It's alright. Stick 12 Storm Shadows on it. Much more better.
Yeah. The reason also why I'm saying that is because one day I might, implement weight limitations, and then it's just like you can't.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind.
So at least the accurate loadouts are best, just so that we don't. One day something changes. It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot I changed this.
Fair enough. I'll make sure to change it. No, won't do it again.
Otherwise, yeah, McFly it was. Actually, what time is it? Maybe I'm gonna have to call it as well.
It'll be 11 o'clock for you.
Russian activity over the border seems to be increasing right now.
But
yeah.
You're talking IRL or
Russian aircraft are coming over.
Oh no! Scramble!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Beautiful.
Anyone wants to land on the 495.8, scrambling straight through runway 15.
Ожидаю ваших приказов.
Just IRL, you might tell Spell not to fucking shut down the server.
Yeah, well, there's still a lot of people on the server, so we should be good.
If ATC Lightning 11 scrambled from Pittsburgh, we can confirm where last contacts of Russians were, over.
Last word on radar to northwest, over.
Eyes on T50.
Unknown Russian aircraft, this is Lightning 11 of the Royal Air Force. It is my jurisdiction to tell you if you do not turn around, you will be shot down, over.
Russian T50, this is Lightning 11, this is your last and final warning. May you turn around now or be shot down.
Negotiated 1 Dobra. You are currently in our airspace. Return to the south and vacate.
Be advised, I am within my jurisdiction as plotted down with our current exercise between our two nations. May I suggest you vacate, over.
Yakoshikevich, this is our airspace. We suggest you vacate. You will not be asked again.
Be advised, this is Sovereign United Kingdom airspace. Due to our current involvement with training the Estonians, this is our airspace. Lock, lock, lock.
Oh, shake me off. Come on. Get this off of me.
Just question.
Dang it.
User left your channel.
Letting on one
User
go down.
left your channel. User left your channel.
I gave him a shot. I literally gave him a shot. That was not supposed to happen.
Yeah, just for your information, I was going like 400 kilometers an hour, and the jet was just stalling, and I wasn't doing anything like impressive, if you know what I mean.
Yes. The thing is, with the F-35 is one thing to be made aware, it's not a dogfighter. At all.
You set me up in a fucking F-35, fuck's sake.
You're supposed to get training in all the aircraft. What you should have done is turned on your jammers, got rid of my radar, extended, taken out your AIM-9s, turned around, and shot one off. Easy kill.
It was hard to extend when I was just constantly stalling and couldn't do any maneuvers.
Yeah, alright. But anyway, that's what happened.
We'll discuss it debrief. Index anyway, chaps.
User left your channel. Channel switched.
Yeah, I was trying to extend, but as soon as I tried to